uniform for the last time the New York Rangers won a game in Montreal. Since then, the ghosts of the Forum ruled. And when the Canadiens moved to the new Molson Center, it seemed as if the ghost moved too. Mark Messier, injured ribs and all, knew he and his teammates had to find a way to beat the ghost and the Canadiens in order to get back into the series. With Messier setting up Adam Graves for 2 goals and Mike Richter making big saves, the Rangers took Game 3 2-1. And though they still trail in the series, their confidence is growing. The Rangers try to keep the Montreal Ghosts away and even the series when they meet the Canadiens in Game 4 tonight. Over 21,000 fans filing into the Molson Center, a little nervous tonight. This series in which the Canadiens won the first 2 has now gotten a lot tighter as the Rangers won Game 3. They're set for Game 4, Rangers and the Montreal Canadiens. Hello everyone and welcome to New York Rangers playoff hockey. Sam Rose along with John Davidson and Al Troutwig, and things have taken a little bit turn for the better for the New York Rangers.
I think so, Sam. They're starting to maybe get that winning feeling back again after their win Sunday here. It's funny, Montreal leads the series, but they're the team that seems to be doing all the adjustment of their game going into Game 4. And what's very strange about this series is the Rangers are getting healthier as the series moves along. Usually you see it exactly the opposite.
In Game 3, it was the old story. Your best players play well, you win. And the Rangers' best players, Mark Messier and Adam Graves, in Game 3.
Well, they've had 48 shots total in the 3 games. Graves has had 2 games already where he's had 10 shots in 1 game. Adam has 3 goals, all on the power play, but they're starting to go. When Messier goes, everybody else starts to go on this club. I remember Leach and Bukaboom are with them the majority of the time, too. The Rangers' power play, again, started to come alive a little bit. Graves up in the slot. Graves has had great skating legs, and he's starting to go. Messier's feeling much, much stronger with each game, and that combination now is becoming lethal. And I think in this game you're going to see, for the first time in the series, Montreal really try to use their body on Mark Messier.
Well, Adam Graves has been a big factor for the Rangers, planting himself in front and scoring goals. We talked to Kevin Lowe about the play of Adam Graves.
Well, you know, Gravey's a battler, and you know, I haven't talked to him lately, but I think his back is just a lot better than it has been, so that's helped out. And you know, he's just, as long as I've known him since '90, he's been an incredible playoff player. You know, the sense that he has, you know, you can see it in his attitude, his walk, how he conducts himself. That he really gets fired up for the playoffs. So I mean, it's no surprise, all those things wrapped into one, and I'm sure his health-wise has been a big factor.
The Rangers hope to keep Adam Graves going. They also hope to keep Pierre Turgeon down, because here in Montreal, the captain of the Canadiens is getting a lot of heat.
All the years I've been coming here, I've never seen a Montreal Canadian player get assassinated like this, all over the place. The heat is on. They've done everything to try to get him going. There he is in the red jersey, sitting down, facing the media people yesterday. He has stood up. He's talked to them all, and he said all he wants to do is try and keep trying. There you see the orange puck. It's a leaded puck that he used yesterday after practice around the goal net, working on a shot, forehand and backhand. The heat is on him. They're going to put the rugged rookie, Chris Murray, on his wing in this game to try and buy some room, to try and make Turgeon have more room to manipulate on the ice. They're one-line scoring. There's Domfus and Recchi on the one line. Nobody else is, and Turgeon is being chastised for it here in Montreal.
And the Rangers hope to keep it that way. Al Troutwig is with us. Al, how do you like the new building?
Sam, backstage, it's a little confusing, but they brought the banners over from St. Catherine Street and those great little hot dogs that are pressed into toasted buns. But still, no matter what they do, the Molson Center is no home ice, no advantage for the Montreal Canadiens. Like the Rangers down the stretch of the season, they struggled here. And like the Rangers did in Game 2 at Madison Square Garden, they've heard boos lately, some and many for Pierre Turgeon. And it's counterproductive, really, for what the fans want. They want to see their team play better. Here in Montreal, it may actually be an advantage for the Rangers to be out of New York, playing under less pressure because the Canadiens are feeling it. As they get healthier, their timing could be absolutely perfect. Straight ahead, it's Game 4 of this Eastern Conference opening round series between the New York Rangers and the Montreal Canadiens. These are the Stanley Cup playoffs on MSG.
At the Molson Center in Montreal, set for Game 4 of this best-of-7 series with the Canadiens leading 2-1. Mike Richter, another strong outing for him. Didn't face all that many shots in Game 3. 17, has faced 77 in the series, but he made some real big saves in the third period.
Concentration level was extremely high, and very few rebounds got away from Mike during Game 3.
Jocelyn Thibault has faced 118 shots in this series, but he has kept his team in it, and he was the story of Game 3 for Montreal as he kept it a 2-1 game. This is Vincent Damphousse on the puck moving in. Messier back, drop pass for Stevenson. Leach broke it up.
And already a big hit by Shane Churla, Sam. He started the game, moved in. I believe it was on Brisebois, who now has the puck, and a big banging hit.
Brisebois pressed by Graves. Messier, Graves, Churla, Bukaboom, and Leach for the Rangers. Recchi, number 8, Damphousse, number 25, Bure, number 18, Popovich and Brisebois started on defense. Odeline and Quintal have come on. Churla with a shot, wide, high and wide, bounces off the glass. There to play it. Leach with a shot, stick to side by Thibault. Comes to the near boards. Lyle Odeline plays it. Yari Curry has come on. Valerie Bure moving in. He was blocked by Karpovtsev. Karpovtsev moves it up the board.
Turgeon's first shift now.
Robitaille moving in with Messier still on. Robitaille shoot save off the pad of Thibault. Odeline's got the puck. Long shift for Messier. Odeline carries down. Messier still on. This is a minute 15-second shift for Mark Messier. Now he goes to the bench. As Stefan Quintal, who missed the third period as he was banged up in Game 3, returns for Game 4.
See what happens if Turgeon gets the puck. Will the fans boo him, and how will he react? Will he carry it, or will he just try to dish it off? Usually he carries the puck through the neutral zone.
Turgeon on with Kovalenko, number 51, Chris Murray, number 57. Kovalenko for Turgeon through his skates. Bruce Driver plays it around to Kevin Lowe. All 6 defensemen for the Rangers have been on. Now Kovalov is on with Verbeek and Momesso. Kovalov was stopped by Turgeon. Kovalenko for Murray. It's off the boards and played by Bruce Driver. Pat Verbeek pushes it ahead. Sergio Momesso's shot deflects off of Dave Wilkie. Played by Kevin Lowe wide in the net. Around the boards. Momesso is there, rather Driver there to keep it in. Wilkie bumped by Verbeek. The puck around the boards. Murray able to chop it clear. A little over 2 minutes gone by in the first period. And the puck was touched with a stick above the shoulder, bringing a whistle.
I think for Colin Campbell, who's not feeling well, he was up all last night with the flu bug. I think he'll be satisfied with the first couple of shifts in this game. His team was challenged on the rush by Montreal. The Rangers broke it up. They threw the first couple of big body checks. They've had some counter attempts at shots on goal. Shots are 1-0. That was the shot by Verbeek, was it? That went low to the catching glove side of Verbeek, pardon me, of Thibault, and he made the save. It was a 2-0.
I think Robitaille got that shot.
You're right, yes,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Thank you very much, Sam. He had Mark Messier with him. I think the Rangers so far would feel pretty good about things.
Rangers have Ken Jernander on now with Darren Langdon, who is playing his first shift. It's the third playoff game he is dressed for. It's his first playoff shift. He's been waiting for the opportunity, and he is on the ice. Samuelson moves it around. You looked at me, you're funny.
On Sunday, I thought he played 3 or 4 shifts, Sam, but I may be wrong.
Oh, he told me he hasn't been on.
Is that right? Oh, okay.
Said he's been waiting.
Well,
he's been ready.
watch out.
Samuelson goes down. Samuelson with a hit. Jernander moves the puck up off the board. So Colin Campbell has rolled 4 lines over in the opening minutes of play here. Jernander looking for the puck. Berg went down. Played off the boards by Karpovtsev. A penalty is upcoming. Donald Brashear takes the penalty.
No.
It's a retaliation.
Brashear went into Karpovtsev, and he got his stick and arms up, so Brashear draws a power play for Montreal.
Montreal will get the power play. Popovich across to Damphousse. Damphousse in. Damphousse holding. Tipped out of the zone. Damphousse recovers. Delayed penalty upcoming on the Rangers. Damphousse heads for the Ranger zone again and shoots. Saved by Richter. Puck touched by the Rangers, and now power play on an elbowing call to Alexander Karpovtsev. Montreal with a man advantage. 16:34 to go. First period, no score. Alexander Karpovtsev for elbowing at 3:26. Canadiens' 16th power play of the series. They're 2 for 15.
You can see Karpovtsev about to get hit, put his arms and stick up.
Richter makes the save on a point shot from Dave Wilkie. Turgeon, Damphousse, Recchi, Bourret, and Wilkie for the power play. Messier coming down with the puck with Graves, Leach, and Bukaboom. Messier with speed for Graves. He just missed the net. Bourret the other way. Now Turgeon, who has only 1 point in the series, an assist on the Recchi goal in Game 3. Mark Recchi plays it around for Damphousse, past him to Turgeon. Turgeon lost it. Graves pushes it to Messier. Messier breaking on Thibault. Messier is stopped by Thibault.
Oh boy, and for Turgeon, you can see how nervous he is. Thibault does it again. Rangers awesome shorthanded like they were in Game 3, but they can't score shorthanded.
Kevin Lowe is bumped by Mark Recchi. Samuelson moves it around. Dave Wilkie stops it. Down the boards for Damphousse, the leading scorer of the Canadiens, tied for the leading scorer in the playoffs with 7 points, 4 goals, 3 assists. Mark Recchi with a puck. Down low, Damphousse right through the crease. Up the boards, Bourret is there. 52 seconds to go on the power play. Turgeon with the puck. Turgeon blocked by Samuelson. Damphousse plays it off the net and off of Messier. Messier gets to it and clears it all the way down. Messier gets tied up with Wilkie, and a penalty is called, I believe, on Dave Wilkie.
I don't know. Nobody knows. Paul Stewart's yelling from the near side at somebody. Wilkie's there surrounded by Rangers. He was involved with Messier. But we're not sure who's getting a penalty. It looks like it could be Messier.
Could be Messier.
Sam. Yes, as 41 seconds go on Damphousse. On the Karpovtsev power play, that is. And there's Messier there. Same type of play that Karpovtsev used. Throwing the arm into the face when the other team's player was going to throw the body in. Graves steals a puck from Turgeon. And there's Messier on the breakaway. Instead of going to the backhand like he has on 2 breakaways, he used the forehand shot, and Thibault just stood up and made the save. Rangers, Karpovtsev and Messier both taking penalties here where they've had the hit go into them, and they're throwing the arms up. And Paul Stewart's been very efficient in making those calls. You can't argue with the referee.
Yeah, you can see that Coley Campbell is upset. Paul Stewart is the referee tonight. It's only his 2nd game in the playoffs. His first was April 18th, Game 2 at Toronto between Toronto and St. Louis.
By all accounts of that game, Stewie had a bad night at the office. And the fans there were very upset. Here you can't argue with his calls. The Rangers, you have to take hits. The 2 players so far.
So it's a 5-on-3 for Montreal. Koivu has come on with Kovalenko, Savage, Quintal, and Brisebois. Rangers have Graves, Leach, and Lowe. Kovalenko with a puck. 25 seconds in the 2-man advantage. Brisebois with a puck. No score in the game. Brisebois down low past Kovalenko. Behind the net, Koivu. Koivu holding. Savage in the slot. Quintal's got the puck. Now it's Brisebois. Out to Quintal with 10 seconds in the 2-man. Deflected, blocked in front. Leach is clearing attempt is stopped by Quintal. Brisebois got the puck. Down low, it's tipped by Leach. Kovalenko back to Brisebois. Karpovtsev's out. Long shot deflects into the crowd.
How about that? You know, Montreal does not have that big quarterback on the power play. Brisebois is the best they have to offer. Malakoff out with an injury had been really good back there. And Sam, they've been using Turgeon, the player in the power play, and they did earlier when he gave up the breakaway to Messier on the 5-on-3. They didn't use him. So now the Rangers do a terrific job in killing the Karpovtsev penalty off. Now they have to deal with Messier sitting in the box. The biggest thing is the Rangers don't win faceoffs when Messier doesn't take them.
Well, now they bring back the first unit, and Turgeon's just hopping over the boards. As a minute 16 remains in the penalty to Mark Messier. 14:31 to go in the first. There is no score in the game. Damphousse against Nicholas Sundstrom. Sundstrom with a good job. to deflect it out of the zone. Bure recovers. Sundstrom and Curry with Bukaboom and Leach. Takeaway by Bukaboom and a clear. Good penalty killing by the Rangers. Bure back for the puck. Domfus pressed by Curry. Lets Turgeon take it up ice. Here Turgeon. Off the corner boards. Leach to the puck. Off the glass. Stopped by Bure. Works it down for Recchi. Knocked away. Turgeon takes a hit from Leach. Recchi to Domfus. Back to Mark Recchi. Out to Wilkie. Wilkie shot deflected, and Richter got a piece of it. Recchi side of the net. Now it's Turgeon in the corner. Turgeon comes out and shoots, hit the side of the net. Domfus to the puck with 25 seconds to go on the power play. Down low, Recchi. In front, deflection, save made by Richter. Out to Wilkie. Wilkie holds, gets it to Bure. Bure across, it was tipped by Curry out of the zone.
That was a great job by Jeff Bukaboom on Turgeon, right on top of the goal crease. Turgeon could not get to the puck with Bukaboom on him.
And a good clear again, this time by Sundstrom. Messier set to return. Berg with a good effort. Domfus has the puck. Messier's back teams are at full strength. Canadiens 0 for 2 on the power play and will get called for icing here. So the Rangers, with some good penalty killing, come through. Not many. I think the Canadiens
never had a real solid.
Did they get one shot on goal?
Nothing real solid, especially with the 5-on-3. You know, Recchi is their goal-scoring man on the power play in this series. He tried to move the puck across. Look at Bukaboom over there. On the other side of Mike Richter. And watch Richter go to the left post, moves across, and you see Bukaboom there and never allowed Turgeon to get to the puck. That's a marvelous job. Again, look to the right side. Bukaboom's picking his man up, staying with him. Beautiful. Great job.
Two-man advantage for 41 seconds, and for the entire power play, they had one shot on goal. Kovalov on with Churla and Momesso. Samuelson and Karpovtsev. No score in the game. 7 minutes gone by first period. Lyle over the line with the puck. Met by Churla and Kovalov. Throws it out to center, and the Rangers recover.
The key here for Kovalov is to dump the puck as much as possible. When you have two wingers like Churla and Momesso, dump the puck and let these two big horses go in and do some damage by taking the body of the Montreal defenseman.
Rangers whistle for ice. Shane Churla leads the Rangers in hits in this playoff series. He's been a big factor for the Rangers in their attempt to wear down the Canadiens. Recchi pressing Bukaboom. And Verbeek able to help out. Messier, Graves, and Verbeek on for the Rangers with Leach and Bukaboom. Around the boards, Mark Recchi goes for it. Lets Domfus play. He's checked by Messier. Domfus to Recchi. Out to Lyle line. Takes the shot. Saved by Richter. Rebounds loose. Richter's got it.
Well, that's a great play by Recchi. Behind the back pass out to Odeline for the shot. And then Richter really stayed with the puck through traffic to make the save. Montreal is a much more passionate hockey club. They've drawn 2 penalties by moving in to take the body. And they're winning some loose puck battles, something you didn't see on Sunday. Look at that hit. Now Recchi goes down. He's nailed by Bukaboom. Watch him get up and get the puck. Look at the backhand pass. Now watch Richter. Traffic, yes. Find the puck through the rebound in traffic, yes. Domfus runs him over, but Richter stayed with the puck. That's solid goaltending. There's Domfus spinning around with Messier on him. And still Richter able to hang on.
Kovalov has come on.
There's a couple of big boys out there now with Koivu, talking about Stevenson and Brashear. So Mario Tremblay wants banging and crashing from his team.
Popovich toward the net, saved by Richter through traffic, and he covers up. He grabbed it with a glove.
I think Kevin Lowe may have had
pushing goes.
Kevin Lowe may have had a second shot on goal there.
And the pushing continues. Driver and Stevenson. 12:19 to go in the first. No score in the game. Al Trotwig is downstairs. Al.
Well, Sam, one of the unique things at the Molson Center, of course, is the glass. It's real glass. You get true bounces there. The other thing is the Rangers hit the Canadiens. It hurts because these boards don't give. Now, down here, the boards are very, very solid, so you get a true bounce. You get a hard bounce. The middle of the boards, the way they're constructed, though, give you soft bounces, dull bounces. And ironically, that does not favor the home team, does it, guys?
No, it sure doesn't, because the Rangers want to be the forechecking team when they dump the puck more than Montreal does. And the Montreal defensemen have been worried about it. The boards are dead. The puck sits there, and they get nailed.
Good effort by Kovalov on Koivu. Brisebois helps out, gets wrapped up by Momesso. Stevenson battling Churla. Talked about Churla being the leading hitter. Oh, that shoot-in hit Kovalov. He tries to skate it off. Talk about Churla being the leading hitter for the Rangers. Stevenson has been the hardest hitter and the leading hitter for Montreal. Takeaway by Kovalov. He shoots, saved by Thibault, and he covers up. And Churla sends Popovich flying.
Paul Stewart's handing out another one. Paul Stewart's going to give another penalty out a moment before Koivu gave Kovalov a shot to the head when Kovalov was behind the net down on his knees. This time Churla moved in late and threw a body check on the defenseman from behind after the whistle. So he'll get 2 minutes, and I don't know if another Montreal player will get a minor himself. Yes, it looks like.
Paul Stewart's pointing at Saku Koivu.
Yeah, with all the big guys on the ice, it's the little guy that takes the penalty in Koivu. He gets one for cross-checking, I believe.
And charging for Churla.
Which was an apparent penalty.
Yeah,
and,
that's the right call.
Yeah.
11:39 to go in the first. Coincidental minors to Churla and Koivu. The teams will skate 4 aside for the next 2 minutes. No score in the game. Rangers with 3 shots, Canadiens with 5.
There's Shane Churla moving in after the whistle, and you see the goalie had already had the puck, and Churla just nailed him, and then Koivu knocked down Churla. So the domino effect gets Montreal away from what would have been a power play.
That's right.
Now here's him behind the net. Koivu grabbing a hold of Kovalov, throwing him down the ice, then he gives him a shot there to the back of the head. But Dewey let that one go.
Messier against Damphousse. Messier, Verbeek, Leach, and Bukaboom for the Rangers. Damphousse and Recchi, Quintal and Odeline for Montreal. Pass across, played by Mark Recchi. We talked a lot about the Ranger injuries. Mark Messier coming back. Brian Leach not been 100% physically, bothered by a sore foot. Sergei Nemchinov is out with a laceration on the leg. Here's Messier breaking in, and it's slid off his stick, steered aside by Thibault. Canadiens have been bothered with some key injuries as well. Leach is deep, centered, tipped wide by Verbeek. Recchi moves up ice. 3-on-2 across the line with Messier back. Quintal toward the net, but wide. Up the boards, Damphousse goes for the puck. Carried back out, Messier going for it, and Damphousse played it back to Odeline. The Canadiens are out have Martin Ruchinski out, Benoit Brunet, and Vladimir Malakhov. Those are 3 key injuries for them.
Important players.
Here's a shot by Quintal, blocked by Samuelson. Quintal has the puck, looking, holding. Big battle in front, Damphousse and Verbeek. Puck around the net, Messier back for it.
Very passionate hockey game, Sam. Montreal much more involved than what we saw on Sunday.
Samuelson plays it across. Verbeek goes for the puck. Odeline catches up. They keep by Verbeek. Odeline rides him out. No score in the game. 10:15 to go in the first. Lifted clear by Damphousse. Kevin Lowe there to stop it. Almost lost it to Bourret. They battle for it. Kovalov has it back. Team skating 4 aside for another 25 seconds. Karpovtsev with the puck. Blocked by Turgeon. Aggressive forecheck by Pierre Turgeon. Takes it away. Turgeon with a good effort. Leaves it for Bourret. Bourret plays it back to Turgeon. Kevin Lowe's got him. Lowe stops him. Bourret helps out. Bourret shoots. Saved by Richter. Gathers the rebound. And gets the whistle stopping play.
When you play 4-on-4, you have all kinds of one-on-one action. One Montreal player, one Ranger. And we saw Kevin Lowe and Turgeon go nose to nose. Turgeon with pretty good effort. People here responding with that shift by cheering him after the shift. There he's working over. Karpovtsev steals the puck, keeps the play alive, and then Bourret will give it back to him. Now it's one-on-one. Lowe and Turgeon. Look at these guys go. Pretty good battle. Lowe's got to stay with him, man on man, and then Mike Richter did his job as Turgeon was picked off. Turgeon's had 1 second assist in this series. It was not a primary assist on a Recchi goal, and that's it.
Turgeon's numbers in the playoffs, going back to his days with Buffalo and with the Islanders. Never put up big numbers in the playoffs, John. In those years with Buffalo, played a lot against Montreal, and Garbono would check him then.
Well, he's not. Some people say he shouldn't be the captain. They say he should just be a real good scorer, finesse player, but not your captain. Not your go-to guy, yes, on the ice for points, but not your leadership guy. And that's what it was like and when he played for the Islanders, when he played well a couple of times in the playoffs.
Team's back at full strength. No score in the game. Set up for Curry. Comes through. Driver stops and shoots just wide. Sundstrom turns. Looks to make a play toward the net, blocked by Popovich. Koivu's got the puck. Lost it. Curry gets it to Robitaille. Back to Curry. Curry against Koivu. Centering pass is a penalty upcoming on Montreal.
Good play by Robitaille, Sundstrom, and Curry. And these three players are starting to get better as the series moves along. Curry had a great Game 3. People want more scoring from him, but he's not a great scorer anymore. He's a terrifically talented defensive player. Robitaille has taken more than his share of penalties, but here he helps draw one, so the Rangers will have a power play. What you want to do, basically, is just try to work the boards and the corner and cycle, and then when you get a chance to move to the net, move to the net. There's Curry picking off Brisebois. Puck goes to the net. Rangers recover it. Now watch Curry here with one hand on his stick. Bang, he moves it into the corner. Again, they're working that corner. Now, if you stop it there for a sec, Robitaille gave the puck back here. Now he's driving to the net. And when you drive to the net, things happen. Look at him try to get to the net. Look at him try to drive to the net. Pulled down, cycling the corner, working the boards. And Curry kept the puck alive with one hand on his stick by shoving it back into the corner.
Popovich for a holding. Gives the Rangers their first power play of the game. There was an official change on the Rangers' power play statistics. In Game 2, they were originally given an 0 for 9. That shot by Graves is blocked. It's been changed to an 0 for 7. So for the series, the Rangers are 3 for 18. 1 for 3 in Game 1, 0 for 7 in Game 2, and 2 for 8 Sunday. Adam Graves has all 3 power play goals for the Rangers. That's tipped by Don Fuss into the bench.
On that play, Stan, the Rangers tried the same play to the right side of Thibault, passing the puck out of the corner to Graves in the slot. They took it away. Oderline, the defenseman, picked him up and didn't allow Adam to get this shot away. I wouldn't be surprised at all if you see that used more and more by the Rangers, and Montreal trying to take it away. Now we go ahead here as you see the puck move along the corner to the boards. Now stop it. Look who's just slid into the slot, and you're going to see a defenseman go right up to Graves. Messier's there. Watch Oderline move right across, and he blocked it. Graves was actually more open than I thought he was.
Kovalov has come on with Robitaille and Jernander, Leach and Driver, and Mark Bureau able to clear all the way down. Bureau with Koivu, Quintal, and Oderline. 8:15 to go first period. No score in the game. Rangers power play. Leach firing it across, and this will be an icing. Quintal gets there to make the cut. 1:08 to go on the penalty to Peter Popovich. 8:09 to go. We talked a lot about the heat on Pierre Turgeon, the criticism he's been taking in the Montreal media, and he talked about it.
The bottom line is just one thing you control when you go out there is your effort, and just got to go out there, do the best you can do, and it's just a matter of time. It's going to turn, and you know, got to do. It's going to turn around. But you know, we can't forget down the line is the series 2-1s, and the game tomorrow is important for us. And the main thing is focusing not on one or two players, focusing on winning hockey.
He's been a stand-up guy. Kovalov's got the puck. He's been dealing with it pretty well. Got a hurt, but he's been dealing with it. Kovalov along the boards. Holding to Jernander, knocked away and cleared by Quintal. 40 seconds to go on the power play. 4 other playoff games tonight in St. Petersburg. Philadelphia trailing the series 2-1 to Tampa Bay, lead the Lightning 1-0 in the first period. Leach for Messier, broken up by Wilkie, kept in by Kovalov. He shoots, stick save made by Thibault.
I know it's early, but we're seeing Kovalov get to loose pucks. He looks like he's skating better than usual.
Messier around the net. He turns, makes the pass to Kovalov. He shoots high off the glass. Messier stops it, hit the side of the net. Robitaille goes down, gives it to Messier. Back out to Driver. Donfus is without a stick. It's broken. Messier shoots, score! Luc Robitaille! It's a power play goal, and the Rangers take a 1-0 lead.
You know, Kovalov had tried to shoot the puck high because he knows Thibault goes down, but he's not being accurate with that shot, and a lot of recovery. Luc Robitaille drew the power play, and looks like he got the power play goal as it deflected in behind Thibault. There was only 3 seconds to go on the Rangers power play. Look at Kovalov go high with this one. And I mean high. Donfus had lost his stick. The Rangers didn't panic. There's Robitaille recovering the puck. Robitaille's into this one. Now you'll see the shot here by Messier. Robitaille's in front, and he may have deflected it. He's deflected a number of shots in this series, just like this, and he hasn't had any results. That time he deflected it, it looked like, and he got the goal. Man, that's great hand-eye coordination.
Luc Robitaille has been bothered with a heavy cold the last several days. Talked to him this morning, said he felt a lot better. And I know his mother is here watching the game. And I know he and Vincent Damphousse grew up together. And Damphousse has been outshining him in this series. So it's time for Luc to make some noise.
Damphousse, his father, used to build a skating rink in the backyard of his home. And Luc and Vincent would just skate the night away.
And Luc scores the goal to give the Rangers a 1-0 lead.
Take another look at the power play goal by the Rangers. Robitaille is in front. Kovalov had given Messier the puck. And here comes the shot. Deflected once and twice.
Yeah.
Both the Montreal defender Wilkie, it looked like, and then Robitaille. And Thibault didn't have a chance on the play.
Robitaille with his first of the playoffs from Messier and Kovalov at 12:56. Mark Messier has 4 assists in this series. And the Rangers pick up their 4th power play goal. 6:15 to go in the first, and icing on Montreal. We have a playoff update coming your way. For that, let's go back to the MSG Sports Desk and Bob Page.
Sam, after missing Game 3 due to an ankle injury, John LeClair is back with a bang. He takes the pass from Eric Lindros and beats Jeff Reese on the power play at 7:56 of the first. 1-0 Philly.
There you see the picture in the Eastern Conference with Philadelphia trailing the series 2-1. Tampa Bay Lightning have had the lead in that series 7 minutes and 38 seconds total in 3 games, and they lead 2-1.
Boy, imagine LeClair. He spent his few days in the hyperbaric chamber and is able to make it down to Tampa Bay for this one, and it didn't take him long to fire up, does it?
They needed him back in the lineup badly. Berg's shot was blocked. Brashear moves the puck out to Mark Bureau. Bureau runs into Kovalov. They battle. The puck is lifted out of the zone. David Wilkie has it. Wilkie and Rory Fitzpatrick paired on defense for Montreal, 2 rookie defensemen.
I talked yesterday to Damphousse about Mark Messier, and he said, you know, I feel good at even strength. The score is 4-4 at even strength in this series. It's a specialty team. Now think about this first period. Rangers penalty killing, awesome. And the power play gets a chance and scores a goal. It's been the difference.
Wilkie having all kinds of trouble moving the puck out of the zone. Rangers have it back. Lowe and Brashear have squared off, and they're separated by the linesman. Wilkie carries the puck and now gives it to Mark Recchi. Recchi moving in on Bukaboom and Leach. They both take him out. Verbeek able to dribble it out of the zone. Bourret sends it back. There's Damphousse with Recchi to the right side. Messier back to intercept. Good play by Mark Messier. Recchi was open.
Every time Messier's on the ice, it's the same defense pairing for Montreal.
Verbeek to the net. And he was checked by Odeline. The shot was stopped by Thibault. Bourret for Odeline. The defenseman moves across, leads it for Recchi. Recchi checked by Leach, fired it into the corner. And Bukaboom plays it off the boards. Messier racing to the puck. Messier against Odeline. Graves to the net. Leach moves in. Hit the post.
It hit the top of the goal stick, the handle, and the goal post.
Verbeek moving. Pulled down. Penalty called on Quintal.
Rangers are gone, man. Some good back checking by Messier. A crisscross by Montreal. The Rangers picked it up. A goal post by Leach, so now a power play for the Rangers.
Quintal for holding at 15:31. Rangers' second power play. Earlier, almost some rough stuff.
At the benches, there was a line change about to be made. This is Brashear going to the Montreal bench. Kevin Lowe's there with the puck. And nobody wants to back up. Finally, the linesman jumped in there. Randy Mitten, I think it is, does a good job. Separated everybody. Now, here's Messier hitting the trailer. It's Brian Leach. Watch the post. That was the top of the goal stick and the goal post. And moments later, it was this. Quintal on Verbeek. Verbeek making it happen, making it work. He draws the power play.
4:29 to go in the first. Curry, Robitaille, Kovalov, Driver, and Leach for the power play. Mark Bureau against Curry. Driver stops it. Kovalov along the boards. Bureau able to work it out of the zone. Driver having trouble with Bureau. Kovalov trying to help out. Bureau, Koivu, Popovich, and Wilkie.
Yeah, Bureau's doing a good job here. He's everywhere.
Bureau tying up Driver, hitting Kovalov, got knocked down, and Paul Stewart sends Kovalov off for knocking down Bureau.
Roughing or boarding. Bureau, he did a great job. The Rangers actually won the draw, and then Bureau went to work. I mean, he got out there, and he just wouldn't let any of the Rangers get the puck. He wouldn't let them get it away clean from them, so we're back to 4-on-4 action. 24 seconds into the Rangers power play. There's Bureau getting up. He's taking out his man, holding him away. Man, he holds up Kovalov, and then Kovalov reacted with a cross-check. Bureau held up Kovalov, but you have to allow that to happen. Make the referee make the calls. Don't you make the referee make the calls by reacting, and that's what Kovalov did.
Philadelphia has scored again and lead Tampa Bay 2-0 in the first period. Jeff Reese is in goal for Tampa Bay's second consecutive start. Darren Poop has been bothered with back spasms.
I want to go back to that Messier penalty he took earlier in the period, Sam. He's going to put his arms up, and he's going to make you pay if you try to hit him because of his bad rib cage. And I think that's why Montreal wants to do the hitting. If they do the hitting, they may draw power plays.
Turgeon working against Curry. In front, saved by Richter. Popovich stopped by Richter. Two good chances. First one by Bure.
I don't think he hit the side of the net. You can hear the ping.
Okay.
But the second one, you're right, Sam. Good quick shot by the big rangy defenseman Popovich. And Mike Richter showed some stuff. I think they're cheering Turgeon because he battled. Look at him battle here. He got the puck out, and there's the puck hitting the side of the goalpost by Bure, and then Turgeon set up Popovich. That's the best Turgeon's looked in the series.
Yeah.
And they applauded the fine effort and the work. Look how he draws both players, Leach and Curry. Leach got lost on that play. He should have allowed Turgeon and Curry just to work it out themselves. As soon as he jumped back there, it took two blue jerseys to one white jersey, and Turgeon quickly set up two shots towards Richter.
A minute 16 remaining in the penalty to Stefan Tintal. 1:40 to go on the penalty to Alexei Kovalov. Eventually, Montreal gets the man advantage for 24 seconds. Turgeon, Bure, Odeline, and Popovich for Montreal. Messier wins the faceoff. Messier, Verbeek, Samuelson, and Karpovtsev for the Rangers. Rangers scratching Daniel Lacroix. Marty McSorley still out. Sergei Nemchinov out with the injury, though he said he felt a lot better. Nemchinov skated. McSorley says he's feeling better.
Both think they may play Friday if necessary.
Interception by Messier. Breaks out with Verbeek. Odeline back. Verbeek across. Messier cuts left. Verbeek shoots high. Missed the net.
It's hard to hit those top corners, and the Rangers are trying.
Back the other way. Turgeon and Odeline against Karpovtsev. Turgeon to Odeline. He missed it off the heel of his stick. Chances on both ends on 2-on-1s. Odeline finds Recchi. The shot blocked. Never got through. Odeline in deep after the puck. Comes out with it. Gets it back out to Wilkie. His shot. Score! The rookie, David Wilkie, with his first Stanley Cup playoff goal ever. Ties it 1-1.
Rangers had a 2-on-1 and missed the net. And then Messier battled to get back as Odeline almost scored. And then Wilkie went over top of Messier and hit the top corner. And does he ever have a shot on goal? Here's a kid that lives in Iowa, grew up in Seattle, and has a natural shot. Here's the Rangers, 2-on-1 with Odeline back. Verbeek goes top shelf and flat out missed by a mile. Now look at Odeline, who was back, take off. Look at Messier's effort to catch him. The pass doesn't work. You'd think the Rangers are going to be okay. Now watch Odeline keep the play alive. Now here's this shot blocked. Montreal recovers with Odeline, the defenseman, again. And Wilkie's 27 there. Watch him move across. What a shot. He has a big-time shot, and I don't think anybody expects the big-time shot. We're tied at 1.
It's one of the reasons that he was brought to Montreal from the minor leagues and kept in Montreal because of his good work on the point on the power play. Richter covers up, puts it behind the net to Graves. Man advantage for Montreal as Quintal's out of the box. 20 seconds left in the Kovalov penalty. Game tied 1-1 with 2:20 to go. in the first period.
How about Odeline's shift? Back
Great.
for the 2-on-1. Forced the shot from the angle. Then almost scored himself.
Damphousse is onside. He waits. Saved by Richter. Great save. Bourre's shot is blocked by Graves. Bourre again. Kovalov's out of the box. Teams are at full strength. Here's Brisebois. Across to Damphousse. Saved by Richter. What a save by Mike Richter. Unbelievable. Kovalov. Now Berg to the net. He shoots. Saved by Thibault, and he covers up. Oh,
Boy,
wow.
we've got it going here.
Time for an update at the MSG Sports Desk. Bob Page is standing by. Take it, Bob.
Sam, you mentioned the Flyers had scored again at Tampa. You'll see Sean Podine come out with a backhand wraparound attempt, and Joel Otto is there for the rebound at 12:43 of the opening period. His third of the playoffs, now 2-0. Back to you.
LeClaire and Otto, Philadelphia leading 2-0. Thanks, Bob. Wilkie scored for Montreal at 17:04 from Odeline and Recchi. And watch Mike Richter here.
It's a second effort by Richter. He looks like he's down there. Look at the effort. He knocked it down with his foot. Great effort on a great effort by Damphousse and Richter. Now here, I don't know what happens. Puck goes across. Oh, man, Damphousse got robbed by Richter there as Richter is moving side to side as well as he has done in weeks. There's Bourre taking out of the play. Damphousse with a shot, and Richter fabulous. Montreal has 12 shots to this point. This is the 12th. Look at Richter fight through traffic to get there. Marvelous goaltending. Montreal only had 17 shots total on Sunday. They've had 12 already in this first period.
They had gone 5 periods without getting into double figures in shots on goal. And they have 12 here. Rangers have only 6. Minute 45 to go in the first. And you're right, John. Canadiens playing with tremendous passion. And they didn't let sag when the Rangers took the lead. Here's Turner Stevenson with Lyle Odeline. Stevenson against Kevin Lowe. Deflected by Lowe, and Driver plays the puck. Following the first period, Al's special guest live in the studio will be Mark Recchi. Across the line, Nicholas Sundstrom. Bob Page will have an update with scores and highlights at the MSG Sports Desk, and JD and I will have highlights for you here. Hope you'll stay with us. Here's Saku Koivu on the puck with Brian Savage. Koivu against Driver. Driver breaks it up. Quintal trying to work it deep and hit the referee. Koivu in the corner against Driver. Koivu keeps it alive. Driver stays with him. Now it's Stevenson against Sundstrom. Less than a minute to go in the first. The strong Turner. Stevenson missed the net. What an effort by Stevenson. But he missed the net. And a whistle for an offside. It hit the linesman.
Yeah,
and may have deflected off the Rangers bench.
The fans here loving the effort from their hockey club, and so they should. Stevenson doesn't have a point in the series. He had a much smaller Nicholas Sundstrom on him, and he takes the backhand as he's challenged by Richter. It missed the outside of the post by about an inch. Stevenson is a big kid at 215 pounds. Sundstrom goes 185, so you got a 30-pound difference there, and Stevenson worked and worked and nearly got his team in the lead in the last minute as he just missed.
We have Montreal for 8 scoring chances, Rangers for 3. 45 seconds remaining in the first period.
In Game 3, Sam, the chances were 30-19 in favor of the Rangers, and even though Montreal only had 17 shots, they had 19 scoring chances. Scoring chances in the series going into this game, 84-53 in favor of the Rangers, and we got them what here?
8-3 for Montreal.
Absolutely.
Peter Popovich, the big defenseman, 28 years old, from Sweden. Game 5 back at Madison Square Garden Friday night. We'll be on the air on MSG Network at 7 o'clock with the MCS Cannon Game Night Show. Hope you'll join us for that. 39.7 seconds remaining in the period. Hard to believe this is only the second time Mark Recchi has played in the playoffs. The first time, 1991, when he and the Pittsburgh Penguins won the Stanley Cup. And he had a great playoff in 91 with 34 points in 24 games.
Look at Recchi move in on Leach. They are taking the body way more than they did earlier in the series. I mean, they are trying to hit everybody and finish every check. Maybe they're seeing what Winnipeg did to Detroit.
Could be.
In Winnipeg. And what Tampa Bay did to Philadelphia before tonight.
Verbeek playing it across. Wilkie goes for the puck. Final seconds of the first period. It's close in hits, but the Canadiens have a slight edge. Recchi moving with the puck. Now Bureau with a shot. Saved by Richter. Covers up as the siren sounds, and Popovich and Messier go at
Messier
it.
gave him a shot because Richter was banged by Popovich. And now you have Boom and Bureau. I'll tell you, this Montreal team is playing in your face, and the Rangers are responding to it. And they better respond, because you feel right now that Montreal's had more flow to their game in the last 10 minutes than they've had, maybe except for 10 minutes in Game 2 where they got their goals. They're playing with a lot more aggressiveness. The Rangers have to counter, and they got to battle back, and they are.
I think the Canadiens know that they need this game. In fact, a couple of the players said it. They don't want to go back to New York 2-2. They know this is a very important game for them to stop the Rangers from building some momentum. Adam Graves with some harsh words toward the Montreal bench and toward referee Paul Stewart, who's now talking with Pat Verbeek. End of one. Rangers and Canadiens tied at 1. Al with Mark Recchi when we come back.
The Montreal Canadiens carrying the play, but it is tied 1-1. We are in the first intermission back at Molson Center. Mark Recchi, career playoffs, 28 games, 12 goals, 26 assists. Pretty strong. 2 goals and 2 assists in this series. You could say the Rangers are feeling his impact. Definitely Brian Leetch is, and he joins us in our studios here at the Molson Center. So far we are from the Canadiens dressing room that you have to take a golf cart. Did you have a good ride, Mark?
Yeah, it was a good little ride. You know, it's like going to tee to green. So.
Well, don't think about golf yet, because you're in the middle of things here. And you were telling me, while this is only you know, your second chance at the playoffs, you've got a pretty good percentage and a record and a couple of rings to show for your previous playoffs.
Yeah, I've been pretty lucky. You know, twice I've been in the playoff as a pro, and I won in the minors, and then 2 years later I won Stanley Cup. So I'm batting 1,000, and you know, things hopefully can continue.
All right, talk to me about the way this first period went. I thought it was pretty impressive. Really told you a lot about where your team was tonight, to carry the play, yet not be the first team to score, and yet you know, you don't shrink at all. You come back and tie the game right back up.
Yeah, we played a much better period than we played last game, and it was good to see. It was good. You could tell the guys were ready even yesterday and today, this morning, and that. So it was the tempo of our game is much better right now, and if we can continue to do that, show some character like we did by not getting down after they scored the first goal, we'll be fine.
What about the physical nature? We showed that hit of yours, and it's not just you, it's the whole team looking to hit a lot more.
Yeah, well, we have to. I mean, they got a big, strong team, and we've got a different type of team that's very quick, but we got some guys that can play physical, and everybody has to do the job. It's playoff time, and you have to do the job.
It doesn't seem to me as though you guys have said, let's go and be physical with Mark Messier. We know his ribs aren't right. It doesn't appear that was a strategy at any point in this series.
No, I mean, we just got to go play a game. We're not going to, by any means, you know, go out there and try and run him and try and put him through the boards, because he's such a great player that he's not going to get himself in that situation too often where he's going to be, you know, in a vulnerable position. And you know, we have to hit him, but we can't go out in there and look for the extra hits on him, because you know, he's too good.
If I handed you a check and said, Mark, fill this out for a big amount, and Pierre Turgeon will get a bunch of goals and the fans will leave him alone, would you sign it?
Oh yes. It's very sad. I mean, he's done great things for this organization this year, and you know, he's gone through some tough times right now, but you know, we know he'll bounce through, and he played the best period he's played in a long time.
Yeah, I thought so.
You know, it's good to see, and hopefully he can, you know, bounce one off his butt or something to get him going.
All right, back on the golf cart, but not headed to the first tee yet. That's Mark Recchi of the Montreal Canadiens. We will continue. You'll get updated and highlighted. It's 1-1, and this is MSG.
Sam Rose and John Davidson, Al Troutwig at the Molson Center for Game 4, Rangers and Canadiens. Highlights are brought to you by Minolta, the official camera of the Garden. And, John, chances for the Rangers. Mark Messier gets a breakaway here.
A short-handed breakaway with help from Adam Graves. And Mark this time used the wrist shot on the forehand. Twice before in the series, he's gone to the backhand. The Rangers had plenty of scoring chances in the first half of the period. They could have been up by a couple, maybe 3 goals, but they didn't finish. Messier was stopped. Verbeek missed an open net with not an open net, but he missed the open side with a 2-on-1. Robitaille, though, does score with the Rangers. Kovalov shoots high, but it's all recovery here. Messier recovers. Now Robitaille recovers. Gives the puck to Messier. Donfus has lost his stick, so Kovalov has time there to make the play. Look at the open ice. Double deflection. The last one by Robitaille. The Rangers had the lead at 1-0.
But the Canadiens answer back.
Odeline, the defenseman, all over the place with his 4-on-4 action. Look at this wrist shot. Top corner. 21-year-old Wilkie. A brilliant wrist shot. We were tied at 1.
Then Mike Richter keeps
man.
the Rangers in it.
The last half of the period, it was all Mike Richter. Dom Foose was robbed twice here on the same shift. Montreal did a lot of puck recovery, a lot of body taking, and some really good scoring chances. This one here, man, Richter found a way to get across. He never quits on plays, does Mike Richter, and he was awesome in the second half of the first period.
Game is still even. Back to start the second period right after this. We are back. First period scoring summary is brought to you by Hertz. For business, for pleasure. Nobody does it exactly like Hertz. Luc Robitaille with his first goal of the playoffs. Power play goal at 12:56 from Messier and Kovalov. And then Dave Wilkie, the rookie, with his first ever Stanley Cup playoff goal at 17:11. Odeline and Recchi assisting. Shots on goal, Montreal 13, Rangers 6. Face-offs, Rangers 13 wins, Messier 3 for 5, Montreal 12 wins, Rangers 1 for 2 on the power play, Canadiens 0 for 3, and that was a big factor for the Rangers. Good penalty killing.
Yeah, what's interesting too, Sam, the way the coaches work the bench for the Rangers. Dick Todd will change the defenseman. During stoppages, Coley Campbell will talk a little bit with Mike Murphy about the flow on play. When the play starts, Coley Campbell then watches the matchups and makes sure, and he sets up for the next line change. That's when Mike Murphy talks to the players and tells the players what the coaching staff is thinking. Coley Campbell can't talk to the players during play or he'd lose his matchups. So that's why you see 3 coaches standing there. On the right side is Dick Todd. He's got the defenseman in front of him, and he does that changing. Mike Murphy does a lot of talking with Colin Campbell. They also have upstairs people up there who are keeping track of face-offs, and if there's any tendencies that's going on, they will have it relayed down via the walkie-talkie system. So that's how the coaching staff work the Rangers bench during these playoff games.
Set to start the second period. Coley Campbell has his game face on, and we are set. Sundstrom, Robitaille, Curry, Karpovtsev, and Samuelson open up for the Rangers. Turgeon, Kovalenko, and Murray, with Brisebois and Popovich for Montreal. Pierre Turgeon with the puck. Gave it away to Karpovtsev. Turgeon deflected off him. It would be an offside if Montreal played it. Rangers have the puck. Robitaille for Sundstrom.
Kovalenko and Turgeon on the same line. They have not been scoring. It's been one line that's scoring for this club, and that's Recchi and Dom Foose.
Turgeon moving across with the puck, looking for Murray. Gave it up to Sundstrom.
The Rangers are doing a nice job breaking up that rush that Montreal tries to score on.
Popovich back for it. Sundstrom chasing him. Puck bounces down to Murray. He's tied up with Robitaille. Gave it up to Sundstrom. Gets it to Curry. Turns. He shoots. Saved by Thibault. And it's pushed underneath him by Turgeon. Good chance for Curry.
Yeah, shot through the
Thibault
screen.
with a good save.
Shot through the screen, and Thibault, a lot of people watch him play goal, and they all go, well, how can he just stand there and the puck hits him? His positional play is awesome for a smaller person, and he practices it every day with the goaltending consultant, Francois Allard. Rangers here won the puck along the board, Sundstrom to Curry. Look at the screen of the defender, and there's Thibault waiting for it. Rangers yesterday practiced going to the net looking for rebounds, and on that shot there was another one. He stops the shots, but he lets rebounds out. That time he got help from Turgeon before Curry could get there for the rebound. Rangers during practice have been going to the net without the puck, looking for those types of rebounds.
Career-wise, those 102 goals are tied for second all-time with Mark Messier behind Wayne Gretzky, but he has not put up points. Graves shot deflected by
Messier's shot off the draw. Wow, it deflected in. It just hit Thibault.
Cleared out by Dom Foose.
There I go saying it now. It just hit Thibault.
Well, he's in good position once again. Bourret checked by Verbeek. Boukeboom plays the puck. Messier looking for Graves. Gave it away to Odeline. Back in comes Dom Foose. Meets Leach. Dom Foose looks to make a pass toward the net. Recchi's backhander hit the side of the net. Bourret's picked up by Messier. Bourret lost it. As Messier helped take him down, and the puck cleared all the way down, will be an icing on the Rangers.
Montreal trying to create speed off turnovers in the neutral zone. The Rangers are picking up the trailers and doing a nice job of it. Messier almost scored off the faceoff. Puck was dropped. He shot it, hit a defenseman, and caromed off the left leg, the puck did, of Thibault. It's a tricky play. Watch the left leg of Thibault. Messier, bang! Deflection hits him. It hits him before he even moved. And then Graves tried to get there for the rebound. Again, watch Thibault. Oh, isn't that something? That was a smart play by Messier, and it just about worked.
Minute 35 seconds into the second period. Stevenson pressed by Kovalov. Brashear has the puck. And Driver is in deep, tying him up. Momesso able to lift it clear, and Churla plays it into the Montreal zone.
A lot of beef on the ice right now. Churla, Momesso, Brashear, Stevenson.
Brashear leading Koivu. Koivu against Momesso. Kevin Lowe gave it away to Koivu. Comes out in front. Couldn't get a shot off. His Driver met him. Backhander was stopped. Fitzpatrick got the shot on goal. Brashear playing it back. Chased down by Fitzpatrick. Momesso on him. And the hit on Fitzpatrick. Around the boards for Donald Brashear. Batted around. Karpovtsev took down Stevenson.
Oh, baby.
Nothing called on the play.
Oh,
and a break for the Rangers. Turgeon gave up the puck as Samuelson charged him. Good hit along the boards by Karpovtsev on Kovalenko. Puck moved out of the zone. Berg takes a hit from Popovich. Turgeon drives it into the Ranger zone. Good hitting on both sides. Karpovtsev fires it around to Berg. Turgeon hits Berg into the Montreal bench. Brisebois, he's bumped by Jernander but bounces off. The lead for Savage. Savage gets by Robitaille, who took him down, and nothing called on that play. And that's the second break for the Rangers.
One of those periods. The first period, everything was called. This period, Stewie's letting it go.
Robitaille carrying. Berg right. Now Jernander breaks down the middle. Offside Rangers on the play. 16:43 to go in the second. The boos are for Paul Stewart. Montreal fans wanted some penalties called on the Rangers. Didn't get them. As Karpovtsev looks on. And let's see this play again.
Stewie was on the opposite side of the ice, the referee. You see Stevenson kept his legs going, a cross-body block and a throwdown by Karpovtsev that he got away with. So Stewie being very liberal here in the second period. Remember, the only other game Paul Stewart's refereed was the Toronto-St. Louis game 2, the game in which Grant Fuhrer injured his knee.
Right. Recchi moving in on Bukaboom. Down goes Recchi. Puck loose. Leach goes to play it. He goes down. Bure takes the puck. Bure turns, fires way wide. Domfus after it. Gets there. Looking for Recchi, and it was blocked. Bure to the net, and Richter poke checked at him. Messier tried to hit Graves. Odeline stepped in.
You got to love it when you see a goalie make a good poke check, and that was an aggressive, great play by Mike Richter.
Stopped by Odeline. Odeline's had a strong game for Montreal. Domfus shoots. Save off the glove of Richter. Kept in by Quintal. Bukaboom's tied up with Recchi. Odeline stopped by Verbeek.
Montreal's winning the puck on the boards here.
They are putting on a lot of pressure, but the Rangers come away with it. Recchi was tied up with Messier. Recchi went down. Here's Graves the other side. Saved by Thibault. Another rebound, but the Canadiens there to play it. Lyle Odeline on the rush. 1-1 the score. 4.5 minutes into the second period. Odeline plays it deep. Koivu goes after Samuelson with a hard hit. Stevenson with a hit on Messier. Stevenson fires across. Popovich plays it. Stevenson behind the net, missed it. Messier is there. He's hit by Koivu. Little Saku Koivu running around hitting people. Koivu with 2 body checks on this shift. Off the boards. Kovalov is roughed up by Brashear. Rather, Robitaille was roughed up by Brashear. Koivu against Karpovtsev. Brashear hits the side of the net. Knocked away by Karpovtsev. And he lifts it clear to get out of trouble.
For Koivu playing big, right? When you have 2 wingers on the ice the size of Brashear and Stevenson, that makes you bigger when you're small. Koivu is just not that big. He goes 5'9", 178, but he's got 2 great big bruisers on the wings, and that gives him room to go and try and make it happen. And the Rangers did not fold defensively. And Koivu threw a big hit into Messier. As you see here, I mean, he had freedom in the Rangers zone to go and try and make things happen. That's why you team up big boys with a smaller guy. There's Samuelson taking a shot from Stevenson. Look at the size of the guy. And they'd had a strong shift, but Richter made a good play on Bure and made a great save on Domfus. And the team held up. The puck was on the outside a lot, Sam. and this Montreal club was scooting around controlling the puck.
Canadiens have to be feeling good about the way they've gotten their fans into the game. Fans were giving them a standing ovation for that last shift.
Well, I think they like, too, the effort of Turgeon, their captain.
Thibault plays it to the boards. Kovalov is there. Taken away by Kovalenko. He comes down with Turgeon and Savage. Kovalenko! No shot. Great play by Kevin Lowe.
Kovalenko went wide. He ended up on his backhand. And Kevin Lowe took away the pass, and Kovalenko just ran out of real estate. He ran out of ice. Rangers give up the odd man rush. Turgeon was waiting for a puck to try to get his first goal of the series, and Kovalenko didn't get it done. Look at Lowe. Kevin Lowe played brilliantly Sunday, and here he goes making another brilliant playoff play that the good ones do. I don't care how old you are. It's what you do in big games, and Kevin Lowe at 37 making another big play. Look at this. He took everything away from Kovalenko.
Off the face-off. It's out of the zone. Given up to Lowe.
Notice there's no forecheck by the Rangers right now.
Kovalov moves in with the puck, turning. His shot blocked. Bounces toward the net. Wilkie hounded by Churla. Turgeon hit the referee, Paul Stewart. Momesso's pass tipped off the side of the net.
Penalty.
And a penalty upcoming.
And it's going to be
on Montreal. Kovalov's got it. His shot deflects in. It hit two players and went in. The Rangers take a 2-1 lead.
Oh, man, they're booing here because Paul Stewart had the puck hit him. That kept the play alive in the Montreal zone. That led to what would have been a power play for the Rangers, and instead, it's another double carom goal for the Rangers. Poor Stewart. He's an adventure every time.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Momesso made a couple of big plays,
Yes,
and he may have gotten the goal.
It hit two people. I'm not sure who. But the big boys on the ice for the Rangers get it done. There's the play on the backboard. See the puck there, hits Stewart. It's put in front. Churla works to draw the penalty. And then Kovalov here handles the bouncing puck and puts it on towards the goal. One deflection, and it may have been Churla.
Yeah,
yes,
Churla's
Churla.
goal.
So the Rangers' big boys get it going.
And for Shane Churla, that'll be his fourth career playoff goal. The Rangers have the lead for the second time in the game. Oleg Petrov on for the first time. Moves in. His pass blocked by Karpovtsev. Bureau checked by Sundstrom. Now Petrov with speed. Fires across all the way through.
These little guys are starting to go. Petrov and Bure, the little guys with a lot of speed starting to go.
Jernander with good speed gets hooked by Popovich. Plays it ahead to Berg. He's tied up by Brisebois. Kicked loose. Up the boards. Oleg Petrov trying to clear. Knocked down by Sundstrom. Bureau checks him.
Hand pass in the Montreal zone. It was knocked down, I think, by Sundstrom and picked up by Jernander, I believe. And that's why the stoppage.
Churla from Lowe and Kovalov at 6 minutes. And for Alexei Kovalov, that's 2 assists in the game. And the boozer for Paul Stewart.
Poor Stewie. He just... Everything's going wrong here. He's on the puck as Kovalov, and there you see the shot. It may not have hit Churla. That may have hit the defenseman Wilkie. As anyway, the puck is in. The Rangers regain the lead after Montreal had a couple of good shifts. Rangers have had great on-the-road goaltending by Mike Richter here in Game 4.
And a strong shift for Kovalov, Churla, and Momesso. Around the boards, Leach to Messier, who missed it on the slap attempt. Recchi back with the puck. Ranger coaching staff trying to get Shane Churla more time, and when they have the lead, he can play more and hit more. He's had a good series. Recchi tied up with Verbeek.
That was the first forechecking shift for a while for the Rangers, and it resulted in a goal.
Danfus behind the net, looking. Bore's in front. He goes down. Danfus looking, holding, comes out in front. Danfus with a shot, blocked, did not get through. Bukaboom takes down Recchi. No call. Put in front. Bore tied up by Verbeek. And Richter stops play.
They're not boo for Bukaboom, folks. Boo for Paul Stewart. They think that Montreal should be getting themselves a power play.
It's rough playing along the board.
Paul Stewart may have a point here. Recchi maybe should have had a couple of penalties. There he gets nailed by Bukaboom. 1-0 Bukaboom. Here's a punch by Recchi. 1-1. Now here's a slash by Recchi. 2-1.
Oh.
And then Bukaboom will pull him down. They should have had 4 minutes each.
Oh, man.
Oh, Stewie let it all go. That's hockey in the playoffs. Now, here's Richter waiting for the wraparound. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. Wide open.
Moves to the other side. Don Foose is there. Look how Richter moves and keeps the legs together. Hand down to his side to take away as much net as possible. And a shot I don't think ever got through.
Now, John, you have to tell me, how does a goaltender find the puck with all those bodies coming in front of him?
It's just like an extra sense, Sam. You just know where it is. You sense where the bodies are going, what direction they're going. Sometimes when the puck's behind the net, you can watch the eyes of the man standing in front of you because he'll watch the guy behind the net. There's a lot of different ways.
Incredible. 12:10 to go, second period. Rangers leading 2-1. Popovich playing it ahead, knocked down. Stevenson picks it up, lost it to Driver. Back goes Brisebois for the puck. Stevenson tips it out. Driver picks it up, back to the Montreal end. Stewart and Brisebois got tangled up, and Brisebois went down. Oh, this is wild stuff.
Hand pass again. This time the Rangers again in the Montreal zone along the boards. And the fans, they don't miss anything here. I got to tell you what. Brisebois was moving along the ice, and he ran into Paul Stewart, and Brisebois went down.
Time to go downstairs to Al Troutwig. Al.
Sam, just a little Molson Center update. I've been gazing around looking at the different things. I think from down here the atmosphere is very forum-like, but there are some subtle differences, like the retired numbers banners up on the ceiling here at the Molson Center. Yeah, the numbers were always retired, but at the old Forum they never had the numbers actually displayed, which they do here. And of course these guys are trying to grab that torch and still hold it high from those.
Want to tell everyone that Al deservingly, most deservingly, won an Emmy on Sunday. Congratulations to Al for achievement, outstanding achievement, on-camera achievement, and no one deserves it more than our colleague Al Troutwig. Puck deflects across. Brian Savage has the puck. 11:20 remaining in the second. And the Rangers with a 2-1 lead on a goal credited to
Brashear. Big hit on Samuelson. He'll go. Boarding call. It was a late hit by Brashear. When you're a big guy and you get on the ice, you want to hit. Brashear wants to hit. Churla wants to hit. And these big guys are going against each other. Momesso and Churla against I think Stevenson and Brashear. This time Brashear with a big hit. And Mario starting to bubble and burn inside. Look at Samuelson move the puck. And then away from the boards from behind was the hit by Brashear.
He called that earlier on Kovalov.
Yes, that's right. It's the hit from behind as to why the call was made. And you see what Mario's trying to do here, Sam. He's trying to get his big guys on the boards against the Rangers' big guys on the boards and stop the Rangers hitting against the defenseman. But here you see Brashear driving Samuelson into the boards.
If the Rangers score here, the focus could suddenly turn on Paul Stewart. Montreal could lose their focus. The fans will focus everything on Paul Stewart.
It'll be up to them to keep their focus.
Messier, Verbeek, Graves, Leach and Driver for the power play. Driver is open. Long shot. Save, Thibault. Rebound score! Adam Graves! It's a power play goal!
The pass across from Leach to Driver was a bullet. And then Driver's shot was a bullet that Thibault, I don't think, saw it. Hit him. And who's there getting his fourth power play goal of the series but Adam Graves? And, folks, it's 3-1 Rangers. Man, has it changed. Watch this pass. Boards to boards. Watch this shot. Through the screen of Graves. Thibault knows it hits him, and he can't cover it up. Graves is there first. Through this series, Thibault has not been able to cover the puck up quickly in his goal crease. He's made a great deal of saves. This is at least the third goal against him in the series where he's about to cover the puck up and a quick stick gets there. The Rangers players have talked about Graves and his quick stick. His stick has been quick in this series.
Right back to Al Troutwig. Al.
Sam, earlier in the game when Montreal carried the play and the Rangers scored first, they bounced right back. This is the first time in the game where almost the entire team was hanging their heads. Odolan, Bureau, Popovic, all looking pretty disconsolate. Back to you.
Kovalov races in. Petrov checks. One-handed shot is stopped by Thibault. Cleared out. Churla fires back in. First time in the series, the Rangers have led by 2 goals. No, they led yesterday. I'm sorry, game 3, 2-0. My apologies.
And here now, it's a situation where power plays mean something. Montreal has to be careful because the Rangers' power play is working, and the Rangers have to be careful because they don't want to give Montreal a chance on the power play.
And how about Adam Graves in this series?
Sam, he is playing like he did a couple of years ago. Brashear trying to go at Bookeboom now.
Graves gets the goal, his fourth. 4 power play goals in the series for Adam Graves. Driver and Verbeek get the assist. And the Rangers with a 3-1 lead. And the puck is lifted into the crowd. 9:55 to go in the second period. And after Montreal had carried the play early in this period, the Rangers have taken control again.
It's an important time after a goal scored to have a good shift. The goal was scored, and then Kovalov came right back on the next shift and one-handed the shot that Thibault had to really make a nice save with his right leg on. Right? The Rangers know, again, important shifts after a goal. For or a goal against. I remember the Boston Bruins early in the 70s. Look at Kovalov. Backhand forehand with one hand. Petrov was on him, and he really made Thibault spread out and make a good kick save. The Boston Bruins in the early 70s, that was one of their theories. A good shift after a goal.
Rangers out shooting Montreal 7-3 here in the second period. Turgeon working it out of the zone. And it's lifted into the crowd by Bukaboom stopping play on the scoreboard. Detroit has a 1-0 lead on Winnipeg, with Winnipeg, or rather Detroit, leading that series 2-1. Western Conference situation looks like this. And real interesting, Detroit with a 2-1 lead in the series, trying to take a commanding lead tonight. Colorado and Vancouver all even, 2 games apiece. Chicago wiping out Calgary, and Toronto and St. Louis. And St. Louis is leading tonight 1-0. Without Grant Fuhr, they're really showing some heart.
Oh, they really are. And there's some talk that Grant Fuhr made.
Whoa, Verbeek got to the loose puck and almost chipped it in. Now Graves around the net. Swings it in front, it's deflected wide. Thibault looks a little shaky to me, John.
So does his teammates right now, Sam. The Rangers have really picked up the play, and there's no neutral zone play at all by Montreal. Recchi certainly finishing checks, but the Rangers now own the game. After Richter had those great saves, the Rangers have come back, and they are now dictating on the road.
Quintal almost turned it over to Verbeek. Odeline out with the puck down. Couré across. Messier was taken down by Damphousse. Here's Damphousse, knocked away by Graves. Verbeek goes back for it.
Messier was on Damphousse. Damphousse just kicked his feet right out on the blue line. I mean, he just slew-footed him right down. Damphousse is terrific at that, at getting away with it to set him up to be open for offense.
Low across the Driver, has trouble with it. Stevenson after him. Driver fired it around the glass and then took a hit from Stevenson. This is an icing on the Rangers. Play stops with 8:32 to go in the second period. The Rangers, on goals by Churla and Graves, lead 3-1. Mark Messier seems to be okay. This could have been dangerous for his rib condition.
Watch Damphousse. Messier's on him at the Rangers blue line. Look at that. Just kicks his feet right out. Look at Paul Stewart in the background watching it. Messier got up, made a defensive play, and seems to be all right.
Stevenson shot high over the top.
Okay, there's another example. Messier on the bench. Montreal wins a face-off, and they get offense off of it.
Stevenson wraparound try. Richter smothers it. It pops loose, and Lowe banks it off the glass. Kicked in by Brisbois, chipped out by Curry. Driver's got the puck. Sundstrom off of Turgeon. Driver sends it in. What the fans don't see, John, is how hard you work. As we went to commercial, we were on Hockey Night in Canada live. That's great. Man can do two networks at the same time.
Fooling everybody. Or attempting to.
Hit along the boards on Robitaille by Stevenson.
And a big one by Turgeon. Carpenter. Montreal battling back with their big guys, and Stevenson in particular.
This is the most hitting Montreal has done in the series. Stevenson has been a regular. He has been their best hitter. Here's Koivu. Gave it up.
Well, you were in Tampa Bay the other day. What did they do to beat Philadelphia?
They were in their face. Hit them all the time.
I don't know if you don't know if it'll last, but it gives them a chance.
Yeah. Detroit
was beating Winnipeg because Winnipeg hammered Detroit every single time a Red Wing had the puck. I don't think they'll win the series, but it gives them a chance to do something.
Bukaboom chasing after the rolling puck. Gets there. Moves it up the boards. Kovalov avoids the hit attempt by Bureau. Fitzpatrick tried to keep it in. Momesso worked it out.
And the other thing, Sam, you have to understand, if this becomes a 7-game series and you never know, wear and tear means something. And it builds up game after game after game.
And that's really part of what the Rangers are counting on. Hit by Bukaboom sent Bureau over the boards, halfway into the Montreal bench. Leach heads up ice. I think it's important, John, for the Rangers to maintain this 2-goal lead through this period if they can't widen it. But to hold on to this lead, to try and keep Montreal quiet and the crowd quiet. This will be an icing on the Canadiens. Driver touches up. 6:21 to go in the second period. Brian Leach has really had to overcome a couple of things. He had the sore foot, and then he had an abscessed tooth and was taking antibiotics. And now, only now, is he really started to feel like his old self.
Yeah, he rode the stationary bike yesterday hard, did not skate with the team, did skate this morning. Boom. Watch here, Bureau jumps in the air. Boom meets him head on, and you see Bureau roll along the top of the boards, nearly going into the Montreal bench. Body work, you bet. Gotta love it in the playoffs.
That was one of those hello, goodbye, huh? Driver turns for a shot, blocked. Another shot, score! Adam Graves does it again.
Talk about a quick stick. And who wins face-offs? Mark Messier wins face-offs. He beat Dom Foose. The puck was back, and it never got through the original shot. And then with a 360 spinorama, Adam Graves drove the puck in behind the young Montreal goaltender. Win face-offs, things happen. Messier wins face-offs more than any other Ranger that I can remember since Phil Esposito was with the Rangers and Walter Tkachuk before that.
First time the Rangers have scored 4 goals a game in their last 12 games, going back to the last 8 games of the regular season. That puck is fired over the top of the Montreal bench into the crowd. 4-1, Rangers leading it, and Adam Graves
his first
with 2 goals in the game and 5 in the series.
And his first at even strength. The original 4 on the power play. Boy, has he got the quick stick going. Watch this. Messier wins the draw. The shot doesn't get through from Driver. And watch Graves turn around, loose puck, bang. And he is really, he said that from the start of the season, he's lost about 12 pounds. And he's been quicker, and it was all bulk. It was muscle and bulk to protect his back. Now with the weight loss and his legs working, he is making it happen and dictating the game.
That was some move, John. He jumped up in the air thinking the shot might hit him. He spun around, came down, and took the shot. A trick shot in hockey.
Quick stick. When you have the quick stick going, man, things happen.
He looks like wraparound try. A save by Richter. He robbed Brian Savage with a brilliant save. Curry moves down one-on-one on Popovich. Popovich takes it away. Gave it up to Robitaille. Rangers with a 4-1 lead. Graves from Messier and Driver at 13:43. The Rangers with 3 goals here in the second period to take the lead. An update from the MSG Sports Desk. Let's go to Bob Page.
Sam, you got to win those face-offs in your own zone. The Flyers do, but then Rod Brindamore taps it right to Tampa's Peter Klima. He blazes the drive past Hextall on the power play. 9:24 the second period. 2-1 Philly.
Tampa Bay finds a way to stay in the game, John.
Well, Peter Klima coming back from that knee problem. Look at Mike Richter's catching glove. Savage is there. He never quits on a play. It's an amazing... When Richter's on like that, it's an amazing thing to watch. He's made 2 or 3 saves where you look like, wow, he's beat. We're going to score. From Montreal's point of view, he continues and finds a way to make a save. That was a brilliant save on Savage.
And that's one of those. Charlie got knocked down by Stevenson in center ice. Back for the puck is David Wilkie. That's one of those saves, the type of saves, I think, that's got to be demoralizing for a team.
Yeah, I mean, one goaltender's making them right now and the other isn't. That's the story here.
Rory Fitzpatrick moves in, drops to Stevenson, saved by Richter, no rebound.
And again, Montreal always goes to the late man. The puck is dropped back. Stevenson gets another scoring chance, and Richter was there.
Downstairs to Al Troutwig. Al.
Sam, we have a moment for fun with language. We know the NHL is marketing the Stanley Cup playoffs with Go Cup Crazy. Here north of the border, it's called La Folie des Séries, the madness of the series. And they're pretty mad here tonight right now.
Ah, yes.
Messier on the ice right now is 5 for 5 in faceoffs this period. He's won all 5, and now he has a defensive zone draw. And he's been beating Dom Foose because they've been head-to-head almost every single shift. Mario Tremblay has not gone away from that matchup, even though his team now trails 4-1.
Graves with an effort to get to the puck. Brisebois shot deflected. Messier moves it, blocked by Domfus. Then he gets it to Graves. Messier with 5 assists in the series, by the way. Shot by Verbeek. Bounces off of Popovich. He's hit by Verbeek. Popovich plays the puck. Takes a hit from Graves. Recchi with it. Domfus and Bure. Bure gave it up to Bukaboom. 4:35 to go in the second. 4-1 Rangers. Popovich hit by Verbeek again. Brisebois got the puck. Misconnection with Recchi. Bukaboom sends it back into the Montreal zone.
The other thing, you continue to take the body on defensemen. They don't make the good first passes out of their zone. And when you're a rush team like Montreal is, you want those passes to work to set up your rush.
Recchi against Leach. Recchi tries the other side. Down comes Odeline, and a nice play by Curry to get it out of the zone. Curry blocked by Odeline. Across to Messier. Robitaille to the net. Pass for Robitaille, who was taken down on the play by Odeline. Brisebois got the puck with 3:50 to go. Outlets to Bureau. Bureau goes in against Samuelson. Quick shot is high. Bangs off the glass and goes all the way out.
I think it's very important for the Rangers, as you said, don't give up a goal late in this period. With a 3-goal lead, why give the other team a chance for some life?
Kovalov in the corner. Checked there by Quintal. Sheds him. Stays with the puck. Tries to beat Quintal. Gets knocked down by Quintal. Stays with the puck. Battle continues. Robitaille moves in. Robitaille against Odeline. Still loose. Odeline plays it. Has trouble with Robitaille. Tries the other side. For Brashear. In comes Karpovtsev with a good play. Fans getting on the Canadiens a little bit. This will be an icing on Montreal. Canadiens down by 3. Fans a little restless. 2:55 to go in the second period.
Another thing to consider here in this Molson Center is it's brand new, and they have not figured out the air circulation in the building here properly yet. And when they turn the temperature down to make it cooler for better, quicker ice, the people that sit in the lower bowl complain that it gets too cold. So you can't have unhappy customers. So what they're doing is not getting the temperature down as far as they want to keep the customers happy, but it's slowing down the ice surface somewhat as the periods develop. That takes away from Montreal's speed game. There's no doubt in my mind.
We've now had an official scoring change on that goal that we thought was deflected in by Luc Robitaille. They've given credit to the goal to Mark Messier, saying it went off David Wilkie. So the goal now reads Messier, his first of the series, from Driver and Kovalov at 12:56 of the first period.
Robitaille goes from a goal to nothing. Yet, remember, he made some great plays. He drew the power play, which led to the power play goal, and he recovered the puck twice and was in front of the net to help screen the goaltender when the Rangers did score the goal. Now by Messier.
There's Luke. Can't catch a break. But the Rangers have the 4-1 lead, and that's the most important part of this.
His playoff is this, 4-1 Rangers.
See the numbers, Messier 103, Curry 102, and the great one, the all-time leader in goals scored in the playoffs with 110. Breaking pass, low is Petrov, he moves in, he holds, he shoots wide. Maybe it was a pass for Savage.
Yes, it was.
Battle along the boards, Turgeon and Kovalov, Savage to get it loose. Driver, checked by Petrov, moves it to Kevin Lowe. Out past Shane Churlitt. 2.5 minutes to go in the second period. David Wilkie back for it. Wilkie has the Montreal goal. That's all. A wrist shot in the first period. Shots are 20-15 in favor of Montreal. Rangers lead 4-1. Petrov moves in offside Montreal.
9-7 in favor of the Rangers here in the second period. Maybe when you think about the period from start to finish, again, it's the Rangers special teams, Messier winning draws, but it's been the goaltenders here in this period. Mike Richter, during a couple or maybe 3 different flurries, has been spectacular, whereas Thibault has not made a real big save in this second period. And you have, from a 1-1 at the end of the first period, 3 goals by the Rangers here in the second.
And when he's made what you would call a good save, he's left a rebound.
Oh, absolutely. He's young and he's learning, but that is a problem, and that's why when the Rangers practice, they go to the net looking for rebounds. Bruce Driver just leaving the ice surface now with Mike Folga, the equipment trainer. So it does not look like it's a health problem at all.
St. Louis has scored again. Blues 2, Maple Leafs nothing in the second period. St. Louis leading that series 2-1.
St. Louis getting nothing out of their centers. And that's a problem for them. They're not scoring at all from their centermen. I'm talking about Toronto. Pardon me, not St. Louis, from Toronto. And Wendell Clark's playing with a bad neck, and he can't be effective with a sore neck. A lot of injury problems for Wendell.
Popovich for Recchi. He's pressed there by Verbeek. Brisebois moves up with it to Mark Recchi. Recchi, Bourre, and Damfuson. Recchi with room to the net. Save Richter. Leach moves it. Brisebois got it. Toward the net. Saved by Richter. Off the boards. Mark Recchi gets to it.
Well, he has worked in this game. Give Recchi credit.
Penalty on Bukaboom. He took down Bourre. And you hear the derisive cheer directed at Paul Stewart, the referee, as he finally calls one.
This whole thing started with Recchi. 100 miles an hour on the outside. And Richter looked like he had him, and then all of a sudden Richter had to flash out with his left arm to knock the puck away from Mark Recchi. Great speed to the outside. And Recchi, a lot of times, well, the majority of the time, will stay to the outside, won't cut to the middle. There he takes the pass, outside, outside. He's heading over there. The legs are going. And look at that hand. The catching glove sweeps the puck away from Mark Recchi. They recovered the puck, and Bourre, I believe it is, was tripped up. So it's power play time for Montreal with 1:36 to go, and they need it badly. Look at Recchi. Great balance. Man, does he go for the net when he has a chance scoring-wise. And Richter, who's had some problems, and he's admitted it, with Recchi, seems to have Recchi's number in this one. And there you can see Karpatsa pulling down, pulling down Bourre.
Power play Montreal. They're 0 for 3 in the game, and a good clear by the Rangers, who have Messier, Graves, Samuelson, and Lowe on with 1:25 remaining in the second period. Rangers leading 4-1. Brian Leach will join Al Trotwig outside the Rangers locker room following the second period. Bob Page has scores and highlights at the MSG Sports Desk. There's a chance for Recchi, blocked by Samuelson. To the boards,
Samuelson just broke his own goalie stick.
Oh, wow. Bourre with a shot, saved by Richter with Samuelson's stick.
Kevin Lowe's stick.
It's Kevin Lowe's stick, I'm sorry. Less than a minute to go. Damphus blocked by Lowe.
Now Kevin Lowe's got Graves' stick.
Messier clears. Now everybody can get new sticks.
Except for Richter.
Bourre's got the puck for Montreal with 40 seconds to go in the second period. Turgeon slowed down by Messier. Recchi across. Gave it up to Brian Leach. Can't clear. Recchi stops it. Recchi to Turgeon. Shot it wide. Richter dives out and stops play.
Million things going on here. Messier almost had a breakaway, but it was kept in by Recchi. They then went to the net. Turgeon missed. And now Richter can get himself a new goal stick. Samuelson reached back and two-handed right down with his stick, caught Richter's goal stick, snapped it right in half. And then it was a domino effect, handoff of stick to stick to stick to keep everybody happy. Here's Damphus moving in. There's Samuelson. Look at that.
Oh,
with
wow.
the stick being chopped and Damphus having his leg there, it snapped the stick right in half. Look at Richter. Landis, he had great balance, smart play, little poke check there. Now he's lost his stick, and he has the defender's stick, his partner's stick. There's a good handoff. He now has Kevin Lowe's. Kevin Lowe will get Adam Graves right there. Turgeon's waiting for the puck. And the Rangers penalty killing excelled.
See, that's all by design. Samuelson's saying to Richter, you think you're good? Let's see you play with a defenseman's
the game
stick.
in Tampa Bay when Samuelson used Richter's goal stick. Cross-checked the guy and took a penalty with it. You can't play with a goaltender's stick, but a goaltender can play with anybody's stick. That's the rule. Now here's, again, you'll see the handoffs all over the place. That's pretty good pass work by the Rangers.
Off the face-off. Cleared by Sundstrom. With 22 seconds to go in the period, 45 seconds to go in the Bukaboom penalty, and the Rangers leading 4-1. Koivu still with it. Nice move. Back for Brisebois, across. Quintal plays it. Curry is there. Quintal blocked by Samuelson. Samuelson gets to the loose puck, dives on top of it, pushes it along the leg.
He picked it up and threw it.
Toward the net, tipped wide. That's the period. 24 seconds remaining in the penalty to Jeff Bukaboom. Will carry over into the third period. But once again, Mike Richter, a huge story, stopping all 10 Montreal shots in the second period. He has made 22 saves in this game. The Rangers have been outshot 23-15, but lead the game 4-1. What's there to say? It's all Mike Richter. It's showtime. But he's got 3 goals from his teammates in that second period, including 2 from Adam Graves. Coming up, Al with Brian Leach when we come back.
Back on MSG, where the Rangers explode for 3 goals in their second period to lead it 4-1. We're in the second intermission just outside the Ranger locker room. We've got a little noise accompanying us here. You take a hair dryer, a piece of PVC, and voila, you have an important glove dryer. Well, joining us here outside the Ranger dressing room is Brian Leach. And Brian, I would have to think that the Montreal Canadiens would be a little devastated for the way they carried the play and for where they stand on the scoreboard right now. Could you understand that if they did feel that way?
Yeah, they were working hard throughout the game. They especially came hard in that first period and had quite a few chances. But we limited them to some of the first tries. You know, Ricky made some big saves right away, and we were able to clear it. But, you know, I hit the post there, and we had a few chances that we could have capitalized, too. So it's kind of like the whole series has been. Whoever's been most opportunistic has been able to get the lead.
When I first came on the air tonight, I mentioned the fact that sometimes if you're trying to find your stride and you're playing at home, it can almost be a disadvantage if the fans are impatient. And I think I sensed that with the Canadiens here tonight. They stuck with their team up to a point, and then they just increased the tension with the booing.
Well, this is certainly a tough place to play when you're not winning. And the fans here like to watch hockey, and they're not as emotional as the New York crowd, but they get down on their team in a hurry when it doesn't go well. So certainly they've heard about it in the papers. They got a lot more coverage than we have, and you know New York how much coverage they have there. So they're feeling a little pressure, but we've been able to capitalize and and force them into that situation.
Are you satisfied with your progress with the foot and so on, and your contribution?
Yeah, my foot's not a problem. I just got to be more sure with the puck. I'm getting rid of it a little too quick out there, and if I can just relax and you know that you can make the right play, otherwise get up the boards. But right now I'm rushing it a bit.
All right, we're going to check on your gloves and make sure they're dry. And thanks a lot.
Thanks, Al.
All right, that's Brian Leach of the New York Rangers. They have a 3-goal cushion here. We'll get updated and highlighted as we continue with our coverage of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Sam, J.D. and Al at the Molson Center in Montreal, where the Rangers have a 4-1 lead on the Montreal Canadiens. 1-1 end of 1. Rangers break the tie at the 6-minute mark.
Alexei Kovalov, as you see here, is on the puck, and the puck caroms off the heel of the defenseman, Wilkie. And the Rangers had themselves a goal. Turgeon was not very happy with the referee, Paul Stewart, on the play, but the Rangers certainly took it. That really got them going. We saw some battles, though. Here's Recchi working the backboards. Picked up and nailed by Bukaboom, and he'll react. Pretty good shot right to the kisser of Bukaboom. Oh. And then he tries to drive to the net. And you have to go through people. Man, a pretty good slash by Recchi, and then a good tackle by Bukaboom, as you'll see it here. Meanwhile, Richter's stopping everything. There's Paul Stewart getting involved with Patrice Brisebois. And Stewie was involved during the second period. The Montreal fans were not happy.
He was in the middle of it, and then it was Adam Graves' time.
Now you see the puck along the boards. The Rangers controlled it. I think Messier stopped the breakout by Montreal. Graves with that quick stick. I mean, he's finding everything. Just a little tap in as Thibault could not cover up the original point shot from Bruce Driver. And the Rangers continue to go. Messier wins the draw here. The puck hits somebody. And then as the puck hits somebody right there, the Montreal player, Graves waited for the change-up, turned around and just rifled the puck right past Thibault. What a series Adam Graves has had. I mean, he has just been rolling.
And then there's Mike Richter.
Awesome period. He's had a real strong 2 periods here, actually. That save, the catching glove save on Savage, was really spectacular. Montreal needed to get back into the game, and Richter didn't allow it to happen.
Rangers with a 3-goal lead heading for the 3rd period. Right back with you in a moment. We are back. Second period scoring summary brought to you by your Tri-State GMC truck dealers. The strength of experience. Shane Churla at 6 minutes with his first of the playoffs. It looked like it went off the defenseman, but they gave him credit. Graves, number 4 on the power play. Number 5, even strength. Messier with an assist on the second one. Driver with 2 assists has 3 assists in the game. Face-offs, Rangers starting to dominate, and Messier is 9 for 12 Rangers 2 for 4 on the power play. Canadiens 0 for 4. And that's been a big factor in the game. We talked about the heat on Pierre Turgeon in this series and in the media, and he is taking a pounding. Look at this out of the column of Jack Todd in the Montreal Gazette on Pierre Turgeon. During the playoffs, he's tended to hit the blue line, flick a little wrist shot in the general direction of Mike Richter, and then fade to the right, looking as he spins away from danger, exactly like that other highly paid pacifist of the hockey wars, Alexander Daigle.
Well, that's a pretty tough statement.
That is really hard.
What happens when you're the captain here in Montreal? And for Jack Todd, I wonder if he ever played sports. I wonder how many corners he went into.
Man.
He's tough. He's tough, obviously.
The Rangers done a great job. Turgeon's had only 1 point in this series, an assist in Game 3. Power play, 24 seconds remaining in the penalty to Jeff Boukeboom. Montreal the man advantage. Turgeon, Recchi, Damphousse, Brisebois, and Wilkie.
Puck got caught up. It hit something. I don't know if it was a camera or what, but something snapped down from the boards as though it was broken. Now handed off to the linesman. Not sure what happened there, Sam. Strange stoppage here.
Adam Graves.
To mention that...
they're looking up at the glass.
Yeah. To mention here, Sam, that no Rangers had more than 3 shots in the game. Only one of those, and that's Kovalov. Graves has scored on the only 2 shots he's had for Montreal. Damphousse has had 5 shots to lead their team, and as you were saying to me, Bruce Driver has 3 assists in the game to this point.
Yeah.
And the thing that snapped off was a microphone that was near the side of the boards. They got that straightened out. 15 seconds to go now in the Boukeboum minor.
Messier against Damphousse. Damphousse drawing it back all the way deep into the Montreal zone. David Wilkie is back for it. Wilkie, the goal scorer for Montreal. Messier, Churla, and Graves twice for the Rangers. Wilkie across. Recchi the puck. Messier deflected it just wide of the net. The pass intended for Damphousse. Messier got his stick in the way, and it just slid wide. Fortunately for the Rangers, teams are back at full strength. Montreal 0 for 4 on the power play in the game.
To mention, too, that Jack Todd, the writer, that took a run at Turgeon, also took a run at Larry Brooks from the New York Post the other day. Reading the article, and Larry said something about the Rangers trying to should have gotten Gretzky. This guy took Larry right to post. He says, "What was that New York writer smoking? A bad banana peel?" I mean, you start ripping the other city's writers, you're open for warfare.
Richter made a juggling stop. And today, he ripped the building today, criticized the Montreal management for moving into this building at this time of the year, saying it's no advantage, as Al Troutwig pointed out. Canadiens are 2-5-1 in their last 8 games here at the Molson Center, including the end of the regular season.
Good morning. Let's get out of bed and rip somebody. Oh, baby.
Stevenson to Odeline. Back off the back of the net. Ryan Savage gets to it. Saku Koivu against Nicholas Sundstrom. This is Stevenson against Driver. Savage after the puck. Now Stevenson against Driver. Stevenson trying to fight off the check. Driver able to push it away. Koivu turns, blocked by Kevin Lowe. Kept in by Quintal. Lowe bumps into Paul Stewart again.
Kevin Lowe, he has battled. He has battled here.
Koivu keeps it in. Here's Odeline to the net. And Driver hustled back along with Curry. Savage was blocked by Lowe, and the puck rolls out of the zone. Puck coming all the way down. This will be an icing. Paul Stewart, there was a game in L.A. during the regular season, John, where somebody was coming. One of the players was skating right towards Paul Stewart. He put his elbow up and got him right in the kisser and knocked him right down.
Natural reflex.
Oh, man.
He's actually a fun guy. Loves to talk about his grandparents and how they were involved in the sporting world around the city of Boston. He's intense, too, there, it looks like.
Had baseball umpires in the family.
Yeah. There you see the shifts for Turgeon, the shifts for Messier. Turgeon has faced a lot of Ulf Samuelsson. Messier has faced a lot of Vincent Damphousse.
John, Mark Messier has made a tremendous recovery. His ribs getting better and better, almost to the point where you're almost not thinking about him anymore. He's playing so fluidly.
Absolutely strange that a club can get healthier as the series has moved along, which means the first 3 games of this series, Montreal never took the body and never tried to do anything in that respect. And the Ranger players just got healthier and healthier and healthier, and they did damage on the Montreal players. And it's shown as the series has moved along. Everybody knew the Rangers were down 2 games, but there was a lot of positive things that happened in those first 2 games that you oversee because of the final score. And who knows who's going to win the series, but things are happening.
A giveaway by Rory Fitzpatrick. Wilkie helps out. Chased by Momesso. 17-10 to go in the third. Rangers leading 4-1. Turgeon knocked away by Graves.
Wilkie's having trouble with a right ankle. He can hardly get off the ice. I think he's a kid I saw limping into the building, Sam, before the game, and he, on the end of that shift, got to the bench. Couldn't put weight on his right leg.
Samuelson bangs it off the boards. Brisebois kept it in momentarily. Popovich back for it. Chased by Verbeek. Brisebois moves it to Bure. Bure heads up. Drops it to Recchi. Recchi to Domfus. The backhander blocked in front by Messier. Shot by Bure, stopped by Richter. Bure puts it in front. Rangers there. Leach races out with it. Verbeek dumps it into the corner and chases. Brisebois there, takes a hit from Verbeek. Now it's Recchi.
But Verbeek didn't throw the big hit, Sam, because he was being held up by the other defensemen. And Montreal's really tried to do that in this game because their defensemen have been getting killed in this series.
Past Robitaille. Popovich plays the puck. 4 minutes gone by in the third period. Brisebois fell down, but able to clear the zone. Robitaille brings it back in. Curry to the net. Robitaille's backhander tipped by Popovich. Sundstrom centers. Domfus broke it up.
Look who's there. Domfus broke it up. Murray wanted to go into the offense, and who was there with a little chip play? Jari Kurri.
Brisebois fires up the middle to Mark Bureau. Man's getting on the Canadiens. Richter leaves it for Kevin Lowe. He took a hard hit. Lowe is hurt. A hard hit from Bureau. Lowe is holding his left arm to his body and going to the bench. Kovalov lost control. Petrov leaves it for Chris Murray. On the line for Bureau. Now Petrov trying to break in. He's hooked down. Penalty called on Momesso.
The speed through the neutral zone of Petrov led to the power play. Kevin Lowe on the bench in pain, talking to Jim Ramsey. Wilkie, the defenseman for Montreal, he too's in pain.
Kevin Lowe seems to have shaken off this hit by Mark Bureau.
Some hit. Kevin let go of the puck, and Bureau moved in. It looked like a clean hit, but a hard one. Ooh. And Kevin got up. You can see he looked to be rattled, but he appears to be okay on the bench.
Brisebois shoots, saved by Richter, and no rebound.
That's the biggest difference with these two goaltenders. Thibault's been great through the series, but rebound. Richter has gotten better with the series, and he's not, to this point, allowing rebounds. And that's a huge, huge difference with the two goaltenders, and in particular in this game. That was a big win by the Montreal club on the face-off by Turgeon. Now he goes head-to-head with Messier. Turgeon taking the draw, not Domfus. Messier wins that one, and right out of the zone, the puck goes from Bukaboom.
So the Montreal numbers on the power play, 0 for 4 with 4 shots on goal. Rangers penalty killing started good early and has continued. Turgeon with the puck. Leach got a piece of it. Turgeon moves in. His pass smothered by Bukaboom. Here's Brisebois lining up. Wrist shot wide. Domfus blocked. What a play by Leach. Brian Leach with a brilliant play. Domfus had an open net. Domfus in front, save! Another save! Richter is unbelievable! Another save of Domfus! He's a magician out there!
Oh, it's as best he's been since '94 in the Stanley Cup Finals. It is showtime, baby!
3 miraculous saves by Mike Richter after Brian Leach made a brilliant play in the crease. And the puck is frozen by Jeff Bukaboom. No whistle. Recchi to Wilkie. His shot blocked by Graves. Recchi turns. He shoots, blocked by Bukaboom. Can't clear. Here's Brisebois with a puck. Now Recchi turns. Becky, blocked by Messier, who breaks out with it. Brisebois is back. Messier skates in, looking, waiting, finds Kevin Lowe. Hit the outside of the net.
And Lowe had just come off the bench. Messier was tired from the penalty kill. He goes up. So Kevin Lowe's okay.
25 seconds to go on the power play. Koivu with the puck. Koivu holding against Samuelson. The back pass all the way down.
I can't get over the display that Mike Richter put on during that brief flurry. 3 or 4 sensational saves.
Here is Koivu moving in. Back pass to Savage. Savage to Quintal for a shot. Saved by Richter. Adam Graves may be hurting on the Rangers bench.
He blocked a shot, and he's having trouble putting weight on his foot.
Koivu's pass blocked by Samuelson. Curry's got the puck. Teams are back at full strength. Mike Richter with some brilliant goaltending. Adam Graves seems to be okay. Got help from Brian Leetch, and the Rangers stop another Montreal power. Mike Richter at his best. Never better.
Well, he got some help early from Brian Leetch as the puck here comes off the backboards. There's Leetch moving across. Bang. Now it was Richter. All Richter. Dom Foos to Recchi. Rob. Another one. The puck went in the front. I think Dom Foos was there in the backhand, and Richter stopped that one too. I mean, that's just incredible. In the old days, it was Ken Dryden doing that here in Montreal. And earlier in the series, it was Thibault. Now it's Mike Richter's turn.
Marvelous work by Mike Richter, keeping the Rangers in the lead 4-1. 12:30 to go in the third.
The midpoint of game 2, when Montreal had a 3-0 lead, that's when Richter really turned it up. And he's been sensational since.
That's a two-line pass, and Odeline and Churla do some pushing and shoving. You mentioned Adam Graves got hit with a shot. He seems to be okay.
Yeah, he moved out when the defenseman was, I think it was Wilkie, the kid that scored. Maybe it was either Wilkie or Quintal, but it caught him on the ankle. There's Wilkie back there. He's got that hard shot. We saw him score on a wrist shot in this game. This time, another one. Bang. Ow. Graves went right out at him. You know, sometimes during the regular season, you don't really go out with much determination to block shots, but in the playoffs, you do it. I remember back playing for the Rangers, when Carol Vedne used to do it a lot more in the playoffs as a defenseman for the Rangers. The regular season, well, but in the playoffs, that's when you get it done.
Petrov for Kovalenko. And Kovalenko stopped by Leetch, turned it over to Sundstrom.
That was a good play in the neutral zone by the Rangers. Pulled them right off.
Curry trying to get it to Sundstrom. Turgeon with the intercept. Fitzpatrick for Petrov. Stopped by Bukaboom. Fitzpatrick goes down. Sundstrom's got the puck. Fires up the boards to Robitaille. Curry just dumps it in. Fitzpatrick. And Samuelson and Curry. Now Lowe. Rangers holding on to the puck. Move it up in the Montreal zone.
Fitzpatrick hold off Churla so he couldn't throw the hit on Wilkie.
Churla against Dom Foos. Kovalov against Fitzpatrick. Dom Foos is working over Churla. I mean, he is pounding him.
Churla keeping his cool with his team up by 3.
Kovalov still with the puck toward the net. Saved by Thibault. That's the first shot on goal for the Rangers here in the third period. Momesso's got the puck. Momesso looking. Kovalov's top of the crease. Momesso moves out. He shoots. It's blocked. And Dom Foos comes out with it. He's joined by Recchi and Bourret. Pass behind the back. And a bad play, I thought, by Dom Foos. All the way deep into the Rangers zone. Leetch. Verbeek. Popovich sends it across to Brisebois. 10:30 to go. Third period. Rangers 4. Canadiens 1. No scoring here in the third. Popovich for Stevenson. Stevenson sends it in. Score! Koivu. Set up by Turner Stevenson. And the Canadiens get one back. There's still a lot of time remaining.
Oh, there certainly is. And Montreal have done everything here. Now they finally score. And they always hit the late man. This is the style that Montreal uses. You're going to see Stevenson get the puck from Popovich on the left side here. Then he'll go wide. Popovich goes through the middle. Look at Koivu. cutting right back. And it looked like a slow back check, maybe by Verbeek, I'm not sure. But somebody slowed down and didn't pick up Koivu. They always hit the late man. Very seldom do they go to the net with a puck, Sam. They always go back to hit the late man instead of the angle shot. And that's creating offense for them.
Ryan Savage with the puck in his own zone. Second goal of the series for Saku Koivu. Brisebois back to Popovich. And Turner Stevenson plays it across. Leach blocks it. Turner Stevenson, who's played a good series for the Canadiens, sets up the goal. Peter Popovich gets an assist. Graves shoots, save made. Rebound for Verbeek, saved by Thibault.
Those rebounds.
Here's Verbeek again, taken down by Popovich. Kept in by Driver. Popovich battling Robitaille. Robitaille trying to get away from Popovich. Now it's Sundstrom trying to get out in front. Verbeek was taken down on the play. Samuelsson after the puck against Stevenson. Now it's Sundstrom. Good work in deep by the Rangers. Robitaille's got the puck off of Thibault. And Stevenson picks it up with 9:10 to go in the third. 4-2, Rangers leading it. Stevenson knocked away. Good play by Driver. Driver's played a terrific game. Just coming off the bench, Kovalenko. Bergeron stopped by Samuelsson. Driver with a lead for Robitaille, and into the Montreal zone they go.
Rangers need smart changes, quick changes, as Montreal's trying to jack the pace up here.
Kovalenko stopped by Kovalov, who breaks in with Curry. Lost control. Kovalov chases it down. Odeline checks him. Knocks it away. Leach finds Momesso. Now Curry against Kovalenko.
Couple of good shifts in a row now with good forecheck by the Rangers.
Odeline forced back by Momesso.
It's knocked off nearly 2 minutes on the clock. 4-2 Ranger lead. There's now 8:15 to go here. And it's knocking time off the clock with the forecheck.
And look at the work of Churla to take the puck away from Odeline. One-handed shot blocked. Another shot off the glove of Thibault as Momesso took the shot. Here's Driver in deep. And it banks.
That's maybe
it may have been in.
Yeah, Paul
on
Stewart
the goal
says
line,
no.
Paul Stewart says no. It banked it off of Thibault.
That was awfully close. I think part of the puck may have been over the line,
Wow.
but maybe not all the puck. Stewart was on the far side. I don't know if he had a clear look. They may go upstairs.
8:03 to go in the third. The phone just rang. Paul Stewart was called over. The Rangers may have a goal.
Oh, I think they do have a goal. We'll take a look at the overhead angle as Paul Stewart's having it explained to him. Now, I don't know if he's disagreeing or agreeing, but if the video replay says goal, he says no goal. I thought when we looked at it, we'll take a look at it here if we can. It looks like the puck has to be completely over the line. Let's see. It rolls down, down. It's over the line completely. That should be a goal. Now, the only thing, you know what I think Paul Stewart's saying? He's saying he blew the whistle maybe. And that's why he's not going to allow it, thinking the goalie had it and was out of sight. The puck was over the line. I think he was told it by upstairs, but then he said, no, I blew the whistle. I think that, and I'm trying to read minds here, Sam, but that's the only thing that I can think of as to why it's not a goal.
All right. So Montreal gets a break on this one with 7:55 to go in the third. Rangers lead 4-2. On the scoreboard, Detroit leads Winnipeg 2-1 in the second. St. Louis leading Toronto 3-0 in the second. Chicago and Calgary scoreless in the first. The puck deflects up into the crowd.
Maybe we can hear a whistle on that controversial goal, no goal. Well, why don't we throw the replay at us here, and you and I will listen along with everybody else.
Okay.
That's a goal, folks. Paul Stewart was on the far side of the ice. He never saw the play. When he blew the whistle, he thought the puck was still outside the goal line. I think Montreal gets themselves a gigantic break. Let's see if they can go forward with it. There's 7:44 to go, and it is 4-2 Rangers, and it would certainly appear as though it should have been 5-2 Rangers.
Popovich across to Brisebois. It'll be interesting to find out the explanation, John, on that, because it would appear he was called and told that the puck went across the goal line. Here's Recchi moving up. Recchi against Leach. Leach spun him around. Recchi stays with it. Damphousse missed the puck. Leach gets it to Messier, and out of the zone it hit the linesman. Sent back in. Canadiens have to get onside. Bukaboom has time to play it. Leach. Graves checked by Brisebois. Good job of the Canadiens. Bourré's got the puck. Blocked by Bukaboom. And able to clear it out of the zone. 7 minutes to go in the third. Rangers trying to tie this series and make it a 2 out of 3 with 2 games in New York. Damphousse for Savage.
See how Damphousse went back with the puck again? That's the way Montreal plays the game. You got to pick up the trailer.
Savage lost it to Curry. And Samuelson pulled down Stevenson and is going to get a penalty. Turner Stevenson, big and strong. He's been really almost too tough for the Rangers to handle.
He has played a very strong game, even though his team trails by 2. And a 6:38 to go. And it's going to be a Montreal power play. Here's a big key coming up. Stevenson there with Samuels. You see the leg lock around the ankle. He has been a horse. I mean, a gigantic horse. We're talking a great big Clydesdale. You see Samuelson with him. He's got a hold of the jersey of Stevenson, and Stevenson never quit on the play.
No.
And drew himself a power play for his club. 6:38 to go, and I think the fans here sense that this is the key right now, folks. 4-2. Rangers.
Canadiens got the break on the no goal. Now they have a chance to climb to within 1. Messier taking some time here. Going to the referee with his stick. Samuelson for a holding at 13:22. 5th power play for Montreal. They're 0 for 4. Turgeon, Recchi, Damphousse, Wilkie, and Bourré for the power play. Turgeon's got the puck. Messier, Graves, Leach, Bukaboom for the Rangers. Graves clears after the block in front. Wilkie comes back to get the puck.
The Rangers made a quick change there. Graves and Messier went off quick after the faceoff.
Turgeon moves in with a puck, blocked by Curry, cleared by Sundstrom. And half a minute has gone by on the power play. Wilkie pressed by Curry. Wilkie for Recchi. Curry breaks it up again. Leach going back for it. Leach off the boards and all the way down.
And Leach had time to make a play because Curry got right in front of Recchi, did not allow Recchi to move in on Leach. That was a good penalty kill by Sundstrom and Curry. Now they change for Messier and Graves.
Koivu, Savage, and Stevenson have come on with Wilkie and Brisebois. Low turns off the glass, bounces down, and it's cleared by Driver. Strong game tonight for Bruce Driver. Brisebois got the puck. 5:25 to go in the third. 45 seconds to go in the power play. Messier and Graves back on. Steal, and then it's poked away by Brisebois. Graves sends it down. Brisebois plays the puck. 35 seconds to go in the power play. Fans getting on the Canadiens.
Getting on Brisebois in particular.
Brisebois plays it deep. Bukaboom chases it down. Big slapper around the board, stopped by Savage. Deep again. Leach off the boards. Brisebois stops it on the line and falls down. Graves trying to clear. First he hit Brisebois, then he's able to lift it down. With 10 seconds to go in the power play for Montreal. And not a shot on goal.
Not a setup time, Sam. They never allowed Montreal to this point to set up on the power play.
Huge penalty kill for the Rangers. Teams at full strength with 4:35 to go. And the penalty killing has been a big factor. Special teams for the Rangers have been great tonight. 2 power play goals, 5 penalty kills. Recchi missed Popovich. Churla's got the puck deep. Intercepted by Quintal. Quintal brings it out to Recchi. Recchi against Driver. Poke checked it away. Damphousse plays it behind the net. Bourré goes for it with Kovalov. Driver takes over. And it's chipped clear by Momesso, played by Rory Fitzpatrick. Now Recchi tipped away by Driver. Churla is hit by Fitzpatrick. It's underneath Churley, put it in the Montreal zone. It was cleared out. Driver sends it back. Popovich across to Fitzpatrick. 3:45 to go in the third. Here's Turgeon. He scores! A huge wrist shot. Great shot by Pierre Turgeon. He gets his first goal of the series, and the Canadiens are within one.
He's had the wrist shot all his career. And this is the second of 3 goals scored in this game where it's been a powerful wrist shot. Here's the play up ice. Turgeon, it was not picked up by Kovalov and broke through the middle, and then they just got beat. Did Richter up high. Kovalov allowed Turgeon to go right by him in the neutral zone. That left Turgeon wide open, and what a shot. What a shot. As a defenseman, you know your forward's got the guy. This time, it didn't happen, and Turgeon was wide open. And did he ever let the shot go? This joint here is
all
jumping,
right,
folks.
Hold on tight.
3:44 to go.
The Rangers' 3-goal lead is down to 1. Leach to Graves. Off of Verbeek to the Montreal zone. Messier, Graves, and Verbeek are on. Popovich takes a hit. Brisebois moves up. Savage, Koivu, and Stevenson for Montreal. Brisebois with the puck. Leach stops him. Koivu shoots. Hit the outside of the net. Brisebois got the puck. Messier to him. Deflects the pass. Verbeek gets there. 3:10 to go in the third. Popovich back for it. Graves on him. Popovich avoids him. Koivu plays the puck. Now it's Popovich. Checked by Sundstrom. Bure slides it across to Recchi. 2:50 to go. Samuelson takes out Recchi. Sundstrom lifts it up. Blocked by Fitzpatrick. Driver moves it to Bill Berg. And Berg plays it deep into the Montreal end. 2:40 to go. Wilkie around the Fitzpatrick. Lost control. Berg on him. Long pass. Stopped by Driver. Driver sends it deep in the Montreal end. Wilkie's got it. Now Bure. 2:25 to go. Recchi moves up. Leach is there. Recchi shoots it. It's blocked. Recchi chases it down. Plays it to Domfus. He's hit by Leach. Driver with a good play in front. He's tied up. Bure trying to stuff it in, and it goes wide. Berg gets there and fires it down the ice. Rangers take an icing. And play stops with 2:03 to go in the third. The Rangers have the lead, but the Canadiens are coming on. Watch out. Game 5, Friday night. Will it be 2-2 or 3-1? MCS Cannon game night at 7 o'clock. We're on MSG1, and our thanks to George Steinbrenner, the owner of the Yankees, who has allowed the Ranger playoff games to move to MSG1 in place of the Yankees, who normally would be there.
Turgeon getting a chance here with Domfus and Recchi. Hang on.
Domfus has the puck. Messier on him. Brisebois wide of the net. Graves, stick being held by Bure. Lost his stick. Pushes it out with his glove. Brisebois drives it back in. 1:45 to go. Leach plays the puck. Holding, lifting, out of the zone. Brisebois. Verbeek on him. Verbeek almost stole it. Turgeon goes to the puck. Verbeek takes it away. Then he's wrapped up by Brisebois. Messier moves in for the puck. 4-3 Rangers. A minute and a half to go. Messier looking. Great job by Verbeek. Bure's got the puck. A minute 20 to go. Now Thibault looking to the bench for instructions. Thibault's sliding out of the net. Montreal's net is empty as Bukaboom sends it across the red line. 6 skaters on for Montreal. Curry stops Koivu. Bure lifts it ahead. Samuelson couldn't play it, but he takes out Domfus. Recchi stopped by Bukaboom with a minute to go. Rangers leading 4-3. Turgeon with a puck. Checked by Graves. Puck is loose. Graves gets there. Can he clear? He put it into the crowd. 50 seconds to go.
We saw about 4 white jerseys get the puck, and every time there was a blue jersey there to write them off. Yari Curry doing it. I think Montreal's got to find a way to use their timeout here. Their best players have been on the ice the last 2 or 3 minutes. They're tired. Ranger players are tired, but Montreal needs it. I think that as we look at Recchi, you can see that he's tired, and I'm sure Montreal's going to use their timeout. They just have to. But I'm telling you, Graves, Samuelson, Curry, Montreal tried to get into the Rangers zone, tried to drive through with a puck. There was a blue jersey there every time meeting them. This is some kind of effort by this young Montreal team and its veteran Ranger team. Just a battle. Courageous on both sides.
The Rangers had a 4-1 lead into the third. The Canadiens have held the Rangers to only 4 shots on goal here in the third. Montreal's had 8. They've climbed back in it with 2 goals by Koivu at 9:38 and Turgeon at 16:16. Turgeon from Petrov and Fitzpatrick. Koivu's goal was from Stevenson and Popovich.
Well, look at some of the work here. As you see, there's Verbeek working with Turgeon. He had 2 white jerseys there with him. Messier helps him out. Now, it's just a will for a loose puck with both teams battling here. Just real will shown by both hockey clubs.
50.1 seconds remaining in the third.
Now watch Montreal. Oops, here we go. Everybody's setting up. It's Mark Bureau, their #1 face-off man, going opposite Messier. Messier hasn't seen Bureau much in the series.
Messier, Graves, and Curry with Leach and Samuelson for the Rangers. Bureau, Koivu, Damphus, Recchi, Turgeon, and Wilkie. Puck loose. The pass across. Messier gets to it. Can he get to the empty net? Messier moves in. He looks. He finds Curry. He missed the net. Wilkie's got the puck now. Turgeon, 35 seconds to go. Messier with a steal. It's Messier's show right now as he takes over. Koivu takes it away with 25 seconds to go. Koivu moves up, gets it to Damphus, but he gave it up. Samuelson hit Graves. Graves plays it across. Wilkie to the puck, 15 seconds to go. Wilkie plays it deep. Offside Montreal, 13.3 to go.
How did Yari Curry miss that?
I don't know.
I mean, this... Man, get rid of that stick. Oh, did Messier make a play with hunger through the neutral zone? He found Curry, and Curry's still shaking his head. It was wide open. He wanted to put it on the near side of the goal net because there was a Montreal player there. Let Koivu lead Curry. Now, Curry's got to go to the right side because of the Montreal players, and he just flipped it wide. He was casual. He took his time. He didn't want to panic. He missed. So Montreal, with 13.3 to go on a neutral zone faceoff coming up, still have themselves a chance.
Rangers called timeout. They need a rest.
Yari Curry getting the massage from Billy Berg. Can't believe that didn't go. He's played a brilliant game defensively. I mean brilliant. And that's hard to see sometimes when you're not used to watching a Yari Curry play, but he has played brilliantly. Does he wish he could get that one back?
Even Al Troutwig is nervous right now. Right, Al?
I'm feeling a little bit, Sam. But here's all Colin Campbell needs to see to call a timeout. He needs to see Mark Messier come to the bench and literally collapse from exhaustion and lean on the bench. He needs him out there, as you guys, I'm sure, will agree. So he calls the timeout as soon as he sees that.
You know, Al, thanks, Al. And you know, when Messier does feel it with his ribs, it's sometimes when he's had to do a lot of skating on a shift, and when his breathing is heavy, when the breathing's heavy, his rib cage expands like crazy. That's when he feels the pain. But here he is, back again, 13.3 to go.
There's a huge face-off.
Montreal's got to get the puck deep, and the Rangers have to hold up the white jerseys going deep on Mike Richter.
Rangers 4, Canadiens 3, 13.3 seconds to go. Messier, another night where he's a hero. Graves plays it across. 8 seconds to go. Recchi's got the puck. Blocked by Curry. Graves has the puck to the empty net wide, but that's it. The Rangers win. The series is tied 2-2. The New York Rangers have turned this series around, coming to Montreal and winning 2 one-goal games, 2-1 on Sunday and 4-3 tonight.
That was a battle. It was a battle. When the Rangers couldn't get it done, Mike Richter did. The Rangers got through to Thibault. The Rangers had a chance early, I thought, to throw the game away, or put it away, and couldn't. Montreal battled back, and they showed why they're a gutsy young hockey club. This ended up being one terrific hockey game again. That's 4 in a row.
Yeah. Did the Rangers relax offensively in the third period?
I don't know.
John?
I think Montreal really tried to use some punish to their game, and it worked. Big Stevenson, I thought, had a strong game. And the Rangers sat back a little bit with that dreaded 3-goal lead.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
But it was entertaining, and it was a battle, and I think Montreal, probably in losing this game, will feel pretty good about their game. And for the Rangers, they'll feel good about some things and know they can improve on others.
Well, know one thing, they have to feel good about the outcome.
Oh, yeah.
And this is a new series. It's the best 2 out of 3 now with 2 games in New York. Rangers win it 4-3. We'll be back in a moment.
Back back at the Molson Center. It wasn't easy, but the Rangers have recaptured home ice advantage for whatever it's worth in this series. Adam Graves with a couple of goals tonight as the Rangers built up a 4-1 lead and then had to hang on. This back in their big second period now as they finally found a way to beat Jocelyn Thibault. Again, Adam Graves with timely stick work in front, and the Rangers go on to win 4-3. Well, joining us now just outside the locker room is Adam Graves, and congratulations on pulling off a very difficult thing to do in this game.
Well, obviously, we're not anywhere near where we want to be, and fortunately enough, the team pulled together and we're able to get a couple wins out of here, but it's only going to get tougher. We know that, and experience tells you that you're playing against an excellent team. They played extremely well today. If it wasn't for Mike standing on his head at some key times.
Oh, there was that one sequence that was unbelievable.
We would have been in trouble, so we just want to continue to work hard, get some rest over the next couple of days, because there are 3 days or 2 days in between games here, so we want to take advantage of that and be ready to go, and I'm sure the Garden fans will be excited when we come back.
Adam, there was a little get-together inside the locker room there for just a moment. Was that sort of what was discussed? Let's not let down. I mean, this was a game which Montreal could have won.
Well, I don't think we talked about that. I thought everyone was very, very gutsy, and we were fortunate we did what we had to do. But it's one of those things. I think there's a lot of experience in our room, and everyone knows that they have a hell of a hockey team over in the other dressing room, and they played hard tonight, and they played hard every game, and every game's been a struggle right to the end, and I don't think it's going to change from here on in, and now it comes down to a 2 out of 3, and we have to be ready to go.
Give me your assessment of the third period. The forechecking of the Rangers was great, but it was Montreal that seemed to get all the shots. Did the Rangers sit back defensively a little bit?
I don't know. Maybe we. I'm not really an analytical player. I don't really analyze things too much. You go out and you play and you work as hard as you can. But obviously we allowed them to skate through the neutral zone uncontested, and we weren't forcing them to move the puck or whatever. Guys were skating unmolested from blue line to blue line. And if you allow guys like Turgeon and Demfoos and Koivu time to skate with the puck with speed, they're going to hurt you. And they got a couple, but fortunately enough, we're able to shut the door and get the win.
Adam, I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but you guys actually scored a clear goal that Paul Stewart decided not to allow after conferring with the guys upstairs. That would have made it 5-2. Did he say anything to you guys about why he disallowed it?
You know what? I never had the opportunity to talk to him, so I couldn't honestly tell you. And from my vantage point at the bench, I couldn't see anything. So it'd be wrong for me to try and comment. But if that were the case, so be it. But we didn't need it anyway, I guess.
Okay, so you fly up here, down 0-2. You fly back home, 2-2. What do you think this team is feeling different about itself compared to when you arrived in Montreal?
Well, I don't think, I think if anything, I mean, we believe in each other. We've believed in each other all the way along. Sure, your surroundings and things around you, people are going to have different ideas or whatever, but the guys that we hang out with are the guys in the room and our families, and we all believe in each other. So I think it's a positive feeling. We know, as I said before, it's going to be very, very tough. It always is, and I guess that's like life. Anything that's worth attaining is always tough, and this is no different.
All right, thanks a lot for your time. It was one of those nerve-wracking games that make the Stanley Cup playoffs what they are. Adam Graves joining us post-game as the Rangers have squared things off 2-2. We'll be back with more of our post-game coverage in a moment, but first, Bob Page is back at the MSG Sports Desk to update you on other NHL scores and highlights.
Montreal no longer a house of horrors for the New York Rangers. They have won 2 at the new Molson Center, and actually it's the Canadiens who have struggled to win here. But certainly you can feel something building for the Rangers. Even though the Canadiens came on, Rangers maintain their poise and come away with 2 well-earned wins.
It was very interesting to listen to what the coaching staff has to say regarding the game itself. They felt that they could have been up early in the game, and they weren't. Then they got it going, and then Montreal got back. And, of course, Paul Stewart, for some unknown reason, didn't allow that goal to be allowed. I thought maybe he thought that he blew the whistle without seeing the puck, but it definitely was in, and it should have been overruled from upstairs because it was in. The Rangers, I think, will look at this game, and as Adam Graves told Al Trautwig, when the gap is open in the neutral zone and you allow their speed to speed through the neutral zone, it backs everybody up and allows them to get their game going. And one of the other positives for Montreal, I guess, would be that Turgeon came back and had his best game of the series. Rangers got what they had to do. They're starting to learn to win again, something that hadn't happened for what seems like over a month. And it's a good sign for their hockey club going home. And I think it'll mean something for them to be at home at Madison Square Garden for the positive, even though the road teams have been winning.
I agree, John, and I think we heard it from a couple of the young Montreal players. They did not want to go back to New York 2-2. Yeah. They wanted to go back to New York up 3-1, knowing that they had that cushion. Now, as far as the Rangers are concerned, what a lift Mike Richter has given this team with some brilliant goaltending in this game and in this series.
I thought that in Game 1, Thibault was the better of the two. Richter was good, but not great. In Game 2, when Montreal had that 3-0 lead, Richter was okay, and then he really dug in, and he allowed his team to come back. Game tied 3-3, and then Montreal won it in overtime. I thought Richter in the last half of that game was super. I thought Richter here in Game 3 was super, and obviously tonight he was very, very, very good and seems to be getting better and better and better, not playing with any fear of the injury, of the groin injury at all. And I think his team right now and the fans in New York, they'll feed off of that, knowing Richter is back.
Time to find out what head coach Coley Campbell felt about this game. We recorded the coach's news conference just moments ago. Let's go to that right now.
You hate, you're up 4-1 in the third period, and a lot of calls that were suspect. And I think you're in Montreal, and you're in Montreal, and you're getting the wrath of how many people is this building hold now? 20,000 people. I'd like to know if that goal was good or not. Our guys are sure that was in. You know, so. Pardon? I knew he wasn't going to call it. Just they would have gone crazy here. So he went over with the attitude to ignore it. He was going to call it off. He was upset they called him over to the penalty box. So that's a little disturbing. And I thought that obviously Mike Richter, it was an up and down game. We held it at times. We could have led early 3-0 very easily, and then they had some great chances, and Mike Richter made some unbelievable saves. And so we got some timely goals and obviously some great saves by Richter, but it was a hot and cold game for both teams, both ways.
Is there anything to explain the emergence of Adam Graves other than they're getting healthier now after the back out?
I don't know, Al. He's played well this year. It's just that at times he hasn't been skating, and we rested his back, and maybe, you know, like, he may have just, like, it's still stiff on him. It's not that there's not pain there, but he just decided to bear down, I guess, in the playoffs. You can do things, you can do it for the playoffs, but it's tough to do it overseas when you have that back pain. If anybody's had back pain, you know what I'm talking about.
Seemed like a little role reversal to you tonight. I mean, they hit a little more, they played a little more of a down low game, and you guys got very opportunistic after carrying it a little while.
Well, I think their decision to play Brashear and Murray a little bit more, even though they didn't get a lot of ice when they fell behind, signified the fact they were going to play a little more physical. They wanted to play on the other end of the rink for sure. I think that gave us early opportunities more often, but we didn't cash in. And we got some goals that, as I said, you know, there was going to be some more goals scored sooner or later in this series, you know, and we got some timely goals and earlier on. So I don't think that. I think we still got our hits down low, but we didn't control the inboards like as we have in the past games. But we've been behind a lot in the past games too.
Would you say that the momentum has switched?
I don't know. You know, like we're going back to the building we lost 2 games in. We haven't fared too well in that building. So, you know, I think we got to ignore home and away and just grab some of the momentum of the fact that we're winning now, not home or away or whatever it is in the series. And that's one thing we haven't done. As I told you guys this morning, I felt more confidence with our players in the pregame skate, and I think winning these 2 games will give us some momentum we haven't had for a month.
Momentum to the Rangers as they stop the Montreal Canadiens. Mike Richter makes 28 saves. The Rangers win 4-3, and the series is all even. We'll be back at the Molson Center with more of our post-game wrap-up in a moment. We are back. A look at the Discover Card third period scoring summary. Saku Koivu at 9:38 closed the game to a 4-2 score. Stevenson and Popovich assisting. Then Pierre Turgeon with his first goal of the series made it 4-3 at 16-16, and that's where it stood. The final shots on goal, Montreal 31, the Rangers 19. The Discover Card game summary, Mike Richter makes 28 saves. Adam Graves gets 2 goals. He has 5 goals in the series. Right now, he's the leading goal scorer in the playoffs. Bruce Shriver had 3 assists, played a fine game. Mark Messier, the #1 star of the game, with a goal and an assist. Rangers 2 for 3 on the power play, have 5 power play goals in the series. And Montreal 0 for 6 on the power play. Great penalty killing by the Rangers. Series all even. Now let's go down to our studio. Al standing by with Rick Carpinello. Al.
Yes, indeed, we are, Sam. And before we get to Rick, just for the record, I spoke to Paul Stewart, the referee, just a few moments ago. He told me he had blown the whistle. Now, of course, the replay shows that the whistle came after that goal had crossed the goal line. But his memory of the incident, as he told me, was that he had blown the whistle, played dead, so there's no reason to go to the replay. So we'll show it one more time on this replay, and you'll see this would have put the Rangers up 5-2. This is a critical moment, and you'll be able to listen of the play. Obviously, his memory of the moment was a little different from reality. But the game is over, and the Rangers go on to win. And, Rick, I think the Rangers go home now, and they have home ice. But you could say, gee, thanks.
Yeah, the home ice disadvantage. But I think it'll be good for them to get home now that they're on a little bit of a roll as far as wins. I don't think tonight was their best game. I thought it was their worst game in the series.
Mm-hmm. Now, I think this game was a lot like the first game, where the team that carried the play comes away with the loss. And so, as Sam and J.D. were talking, Montreal has every reason to feel pretty good about themselves.
I think so, in that respect. But they've also lost 2 in a row, and they're a young team that can play on their minds a little bit, especially the way the Rangers' older guys are performing.
In every series, there's an emotional up and down. You're with these guys at the skate every single day after games. Talk to me about how you've seen their emotional go down and the emotion come back up.
It didn't go down too far, which is, I think, probably why they've been able to bring it up. The veterans on the team said, hey, we're playing well. We will win this long series, but it will be a long series. And a lot of us didn't believe it. I wasn't so sure that they could do it, and I'm not sure that a lot of people believe that they would do it, but they did it, and now it's 2-2, and I think they're in control.
Okay, of Colin Campbell's comments that we aired in the press conference, and maybe some more that we didn't include in our few minutes, what were the most noteworthy things that you thought he said?
Well, the thing with the goal, I mean, he was a little angry about that. He felt that the crowd had something to do with that call and the way they were treating Paul Stewart all night. He had an inconsistent game, I thought. The other things were, Colin said that the 0-2 start did stress their confidence. It stressed it, but I don't think it broke it, and that's very important.
This series now has been very, very entertaining, and it seems as though the Montreal offense is going to jump into any little opening that the Rangers give them, so that's the emotional mindset that they're going to have to play Game 5 at home.
Yes, and also Montreal played a much more physical Game 4, much more than any of the games in the series so far. They forechecked more. They used Brashear and Murray and some of their bigger guys. And I think it's going to be a much more physical series the rest of the way.
Now, when the series started, of course, there were big questions about Brian Leetch's health, Mark Messier's health, the playoff readiness of Mike Richter. Do you have any of those thoughts in your head right now as we head back to New York?
I think that you still have to be concerned about Messier's health. He's not 100%. He's playing unbelievably well for a guy who the side of his ribcage is just killing him every time he winds up to shoot, every time he stretches or twists. But he's playing great, and you still have to. That's still a concern, I think.
All right, Rick, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Rick Carpinello of Westchester Gannett. Yes, the Rangers did bend, but they didn't break, earning a 4-3 win here in Montreal on their way back to New York in a matter of moments.